you Did I hear Mr. Drumble making it in time?
You did.
Whoa. That's amazing.
Good evening, Backloggery.
Whew, man.
Mm-hmm.
Tired.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why I tried is gonna be a lazy, laid-back stream with the Muso game.
Yeah. I mean, I think Muso games are great for when you don't want to think very much.
Agreed? Probably. I mean, I've not really played enough to know for sure.
I mean, there's a sort of a strategy element to it, but it can be very mindless if you want to be.
Sure, but like when you say tired, that it's like way too mashy. Like when I'm tired,
you don't want mash.
No.
I don't know. I could mash.
Pushing all those buttons, man. No, thank you.
By the way, Doc Dragon, I don't know if you've watched Analog Frontiers Part 1, but you should watch Analog Frontiers Part 2 because you and Boyce and High Animal House, your usernames make very small cameos, especially Doc Dragon's, because Doc Dragon said last week, are the backgrounds wobbly for anyone else or is it just me? Which led me to notice that the OSSC had not read the correct sync from the PC engine. And so I resynced it and then the backgrounds were no longer wobbly. And so I went to the stream archive and put the archive on my CRT computer monitor that I like to shoot computer stuff off of to, make it all authentic. And I went to the archive and had Doc Dragon's name scroll up to where it said, are the backgrounds wobbly for anyone else or is it just me? Because there was a part of there was an interview where he was saying he was talking about how streamers who need to use like original hardware for like authenticity reasons, like speed running and stuff like that, competitive stuff where like original hardware matters, and he was saying that, because of that and because you are streaming, like that has encouraged a lot of people to get in on this because people aren't going to want to watch their stream when it's, the worst composite video and they see other people streaming good quality. So I was pretending that my wobbly PC Engine backgrounds, I didn't show that part. I just showed the chat, but we're imagining that Doc Dragon.
I see. This is all a web of lies.
It's movie making magic. So we're just pretending that Doc Dragon was talking about these wobbly composite video backgrounds.
Typical documentary filmmaking. Making the camera lie to fit your message.
You're a liar now, Doc Dragon. Did you hear that? The backgrounds were wobbly, though.
Oh, it sounds like Doc's life is built on a web of lies, so that works.
Oh, okay. I mean,
You don't have any save data for Fire Emblem Warriors.
I mean, that is, you know, your life when you're a Corwid, right?
Do you think Doc's internet is actually like the finest gigabit fiber? It's all been a hoax this whole time.
You know, I'm actually, you know, that is awfully suspicious because if he can't watch streams at 1080p, how did he notice that the backgrounds were wobbly?
Whoa. Gotcha.
Because I didn't notice until he said so.
I'm suddenly imagining Doc as the Phoenix Wright villain.
All right, the level cap has been raised to 150. I'm sure I'm going to be seeing that.
Well, you know, mash a few buttons. You never know where that'll take you.
You never know. Well, the reason I wanted, one of the reasons I wanted to play this was I'm going to go to my parents' house for the first time since February. Once I've 100% got the project locked down, I wanted to pick something that I could take with me. So.
You wanted to get all the anime moves out of the way before your parents.
Oh yeah, I forgot to change it from the free screen. There you go. So I see we've got our original main characters again of unknown lameness.
Oh yeah. It really is remarkable how like we're big on putting down the Marios of games.
Sure.
But like the generic like fan insert characters and, you know, multiverse kind of games are even worse than Mario's somehow.
Yeah. It's true. Like, but you know the weird.
Like if you could be Marth or one of these two, you would be Marth.
Yeah, it's true. Even though Marth is like the Mario of Fire Emblem.
Exactly.
Easily the Mario of Fire Emblem, but you know, I mean, you know, one thing I always thought was really weird was like the Hot Shots golf style characters that are in Mario Golf on N64.
Vaguely.
But I actually played as them because I always chose the character that had the straight shot. And so as I unlocked them, you know, even if it was one of those characters, I always pick the one with the straight shot.
Now the chat is warning you of similar lameness for the guy here. As what was that other game where the guy was super lame?
Fire Emblem Heroes.
Oh, and that is a Muso game as well. So there's precedent here. Is that the same? I assume that's the same developer.
Yeah, it's always Omega Force. I mean, I think they are slandering Rowan here without any evidence here.
I mean,
other than saying that poop lies somewhere between them on the scale of greatness. Slithix, do you have a problem with a good poop? Sometimes.
Can we not?
Sometimes.
Can we?
Sometimes I can be pretty great. Well, I'll go with Liana because I made a horrible mistake in Fire Emblem Heroes. So
that's true.
Select your difficulty level.
Normal sounds nice.
Please choose a game style.
Ooh, I didn't know we had a casual and classic. Ooh.
Oh. Interesting.
Well, I did, under your advice, succumb to casual on Fire Emblem Fates.
I mean, this isn't a Fire Emblem game.
Yeah, it's gameplay. It's not a genre I am like confident in. So,
like, I'm actually curious how this works in a Muso game.
Yeah, because like Fire Emblem or like Hyrule Warriors and Dragon Quest Heroes, like, they've got a fair number of characters, but nowhere near as many as a Fire Emblem game. So,
you know, I want to see what Classic does.
It says will not automatically return. What does that mean?
Maybe you can, like, pay money or something. Oh yeah, pay money.
Oh, well, that sounds. I mean, now we know what it does. So,
a death penalty in a Muso game is interesting.
I mean, if you die, you have to retry the chapter
With someone else, though.
Yeah, then they're probably like 20 levels less. I'm going casual because I said I would.
You owe us from that poop thing. You know you do.
No. What is the cost? I mean,
Money.
I'm going to be foregoing, like... I mean...
Look, if this was actual Fire Emblem, I would have no issue with you picking casual. But I think in a Muso game, where you're never going to have this choice again, it's all casual in every other Muso.
5.
Ah.
Oh, now we got another choice.
Mm-hmm.
I assume I can change this. Yeah, it's a change in settings anytime. Slow and steady sounds like a good way to start.
That sounds more Fire Emblem-y.
Sure.
How's this?
If it gets annoying, I'll turn them off later.
Choose your save data.
Something I'm wondering is if I'll have the option to like send certain characters to like instruct them to defend this point. Like, I don't know if I could send them or if I just say stay here, but like in Dragon Quest, that I felt like that was a big problem a lot of the time because you needed to defend certain points and you can use your monsters like your monster coins, which is it can be effective, but I feel like a character would be more effective because if I could tell that they were having trouble in a certain point, then I could switch to that character. Although I don't know if this game has like the party system. I don't know if you like bring more than one controllable character into the battle and switch between them like you do in Dragon Quest. Because I don't think do you do that in like Hyrule Warriors or Dynasty Warriors 8?
I hope you're asking the chat because I sure don't know.
Didn't you? I thought you
like, I co-opted Hyrule Warriors with you.
For some reason,
a good chunk of it anyway.
For
But
some
that's
reason,
like it.
Oh, for some reason I thought you got it and like played through it.
Oh no, I'm very happy that I waited to get it because now I can pick up the Switch version.
Oh, okay.
That has like, I don't forget what all it has, but it's better.
Mm.
So I like co-opted a level of this with Lynn, and it was like split screen, and the frame rate was terrible, and I had no idea what was going on.
Oh, hey, Mario's here.
Yeah, that was quick.
Oh, I can switch between them. So it is like Dragon Quest in some way. I don't think you could switch in Hyrule Warriors.
I don't remember. I remember having a lot of fun with Hyrule Warriors, but I remember very little about it.
Did we finish it together?
I don't think we quite finished.
Yeah, I think I finished it on my own. Because I think you were, like, interested.
Oh, you can switch in the newer versions of Hyrule Warriors.
Oh, okay. Well, now Crom's playable.
I've always thought that, like, looking at that Muso map that a lot of Muso games have, and that style, like a more tactical-leaning version of this style of game would be really up my alley.
Yeah, I mean...
But I don't know what the most tactical Muso game is, and if it goes far enough.
Yeah.
I assume you would think it would be this.
You would think so. I mean, Dragon Quest felt like it needed more tactical elements. I mean, it was fun, but it needed a little more to it, I think.
I see a bullet
Oh.
has... I assume, speaking of this game,
Horns.
saying they have it marked as beat, but they don't remember the story at all, which is the same thing Lynn said. The story in this must be amazing.
I mean, I wouldn't expect it to be amazing at any Muso, honestly. I wonder if you chose the female playable character, if Corrin and I assume Robin's probably in this too. I wonder if they're always female or...
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
I wonder if the Fire Emblem 7 tactician is in it.
Apparently I did not know that, Zephy. So tell me of the most tactical Muso.
Like, this map is significantly more complicated than any map in Dragon Quest.
That repeated zoom in on the non-face of the dragon is kind of weird.
The non-face of the dragon? What are we talking about?
Every time you do that attack, it like zooms in on your dragon face that is not really there. It's just a smooth piece of face.
Oh.
Running away this time. Now, together, we can take on anything.
Everything we've lost. We're going to take it all back.
Oh, all all those Romance of the Thing, first the Thing Kingdoms, the Three Kingdoms.
Oh,
It's,
yeah.
Koei.
Yeah, those were Koei.
I guess that shouldn't surprise me, given how much Romance of the Three Kingdoms overlaps with Musou games.
That whole concept has gotten a lot of mileage in video games in general.
By sitting on the throne, let Leanna take it instead. I'm gonna be Aetolus's most powerful knight.
I mean, I think even Suikoden is
You know I don't want to be both.
is related to that. I mean, like in a
You two stand at the cusp of adulthood.
classical literature sense.
If your father saw you acting
What
like
is?
this,
Suikoden.
Darius is here? All right.
Oh. Oh yeah, that sounds familiar.
You would like Suikoden.
I, you told me it was like 20 hours long, and I was like, that sounds like a game I would like.
But I mean, I think you'd like the series in general.
Yeah, I got the first one.
You're gonna lose to me.
One of these days,
okay.
I'll get.
you say you'll beat him again, but Darius has never lost to you to begin with. Are you all right?
Now then, let's see what Liana can do. If you meant to sit and watch, then you are very much mistaken.
I don't normally wield a sword when I'm so outmatched. But if it means that I'll get better, then I'm happy to oblige.
You know what is ideal. Strength and wisdom alike, both in equal measure.
The sky!
What the heck?
What the heck?
They're going
The
for it!
throne room!
If she's up there, then...
Mother's in danger!
Mother!
You two must keep going. Leave your mother's safety to me.
But...
No, I'm coming with you.
You can't. Enemy is already inside the castle. If you're captured,
Prince Rowan, Princess Leanna, we've been looking everywhere. It isn't safe. We have to get you to the secret passage at once.
what are you talking about?
An emergency escape route. The Queen is already on her way there.
All right, let's hurry to join.
We're coming, Mother.
Oh, apparently I'm being directed to play Suikoden 1.
Oh. By who?
Sephi.
Aha.
Well, gotta turn off the game, try.
You need to finish Final Fantasy VII.
I need to finish a lot of things. I haven't picked up a game controller in a couple of weeks now because been having a lot of pain and I don't know why. It don't make no sense. Not that it ever really has.
Focus, both of you, and make for the exit. She's probably on her way there.
Let's go.
Remember your training. Cut through them like so many blades of grass.
I'm here to help.
Is that just a
A bowl of
bowl of
green.
a bowl of green on like a little tea saucer? It's not very appetizing looking. I mean, if it were a soda, like a bright green soda, I guess could maybe be good. It's a bowl of Mountain Dew. Sparkling Jello. Yeah, I can see that.
Maybe, is that what has been inside of Vulinary all this time?
Maybe. I mean, it's normally just represented by just like a brown bag, right?
I always read it as a bottle,
Hmm.
but maybe it's a bag? I don't know.
Well, What is the origin of the term vulnerary? Because I don't know if I've ever heard it used outside of Fire Emblem.
I think it's a thing.
I think it is too, but I just remember like the first time I played Fire Emblem, you know, during that tutorial message, you know, Lynn is like I've been hit. I need a vulnerary. And I'm just like, a what? Like it was just the weirdest word. One or more bars in the warrior gauge. I think I only have one bar.
Oh, it's a herbal medicine, apparently.
I guess that would make sense. On that, now it looks like there's one over here, and this is more of a science beaker. That one I would be even less likely to drink. You know, I gotta say, I feel like this game is nicer looking than Dragon Quest Heroes, even though that was on PS4.
Really?
I mean, you know, I'm sure like on, you know, on technical metrics, this is probably scaled back, but I feel like the visual style comes together a little better, maybe? I mean, I'm pretty sure I've heard that the Switch version of Dragon Quest Heroes is not very well optimized.
I'm here to help.
I guess that's a circle?
Here to help.
Are most video game potions green? I would have said red.
I mean, HP, I feel, is commonly denoted as both red or green. I'd say MP is more commonly blue, but I think it can be red. It can be like yellow or something.
Yes. I am so glad to see you.
Maybe sometimes green MP.
Thank you, Prince Darius.
Don't relax just yet. Looks like we've got company closing in.
Mother, are you okay?
Yes, but I can't make it through. The two of you must go without me. No, we can't. Take this shield and hurry to the temple. Mother, we can't just leave you behind. There isn't time to argue about this. Prince Darius, please watch over my children.
You have my word. Come on, we have to go.
No way! Mother, you're coming with us!
This whole passage is coming down around us. We have to go.
I'm sure we'll find another way out of the castle. Now, get going.
Come on.
Yeah, I could see red being more of a Western RPG thing.
Maybe.
I can't think of like what color a healing potion is
Beyond
in
the castle walls.
Elder
How could
Scrolls.
we let this happen?
Shouldn't have left her.
Brown, probably.
Let her sacrifice be in vain. You have to think carefully about what you'll do next. Your mother wanted you to have that shield, right?
I mean, I think your HP is red in it, so.
Mother knew what to do. Without
Yeah.
her.
We're worse than helpless.
There's no time for tears. Ready your blades. We're doomed if we don't fight. Just focus on making it out of town for now. Head for the exit.
I'm here to help.
Are potions in Final Fantasy blue?
Yeah.
Mm.
There's like the, you know, I think it was either Pepsi or Coca-Cola made a Final Fantasy 9. They've probably done it a few times, but like they made like a Final Fantasy 9 potion soda that you could buy when Final Fantasy 9 came out. I feel like maybe they've done it again.
I think that's the way out. Over there. Let's go.
The market gates are closed. We're blocked off.
You have to defeat the monsters in your way if you want to open that gate. I'm here to help. The mission started. Mission complete. Paths all clear. What's this?
The gate's open. Let's go.
I've received a report.
Are these
We can get to the
are
exit
these
from the plaza.
just generic
Problem.
like no oh wait, those are enemies? Okay. I was like, are they RV? They're weird looking. They don't are they
Mission started.
Take some vulneraries.
ooh,
Don't
money.
be shy about using them.
I'm here to help.
Wait, are those
I'm here to help.
are those potions I've been picking up? Have they been automatically healing me, or is a vulnerary a separate thing?
I think they've just been healing you.
So maybe you start with some vulneraries? Like, what's the difference between one that's in your inventory and one you pick up?
The mission started.
Is the stream bitrate keeping up with this game at all?
Seems fine.
Okay, yeah, that did recover health instantly.
Either defeat the enemies in the
Tremendous
plaza or help the
rewards.
stranded villager. Choose.
Mission complete.
Thank you.
Wait, I already did it.
Gratitude.
What's this?
Right. Final Fantasy 13-2 started out as a Chrono Trigger game.
I'll- that would make me sad It was because I love that game though, but it would be much more amazing as a Chrono Trigger game.
I mean, this could be part of Doc Dragon's Web of Lies. We're not sure.
It's true. I mean, my understanding is that Tri-Ace mostly developed it. So it wouldn't surprise me if it started off as something else, but I don't know. It is a strange game for sure, but
Now, forget the Final Fantasy VII remake engine. Let's get a Chrono Trigger remake in the Trials of Mana remake engine. Not that I've played that yet, but it just seems like a better fit.
yeah, I mean, I've been saying that even though like that game definitely has a little jank, you know, and there is room for improvement in terms of you know the aesthetic they go for there, but
Thanks for the help. And you are? Marth.
I severely doubt you are Marth.
What are you talking about?
But
Marth? Just
like I feel like the basic style they've gone for with like a little more polish would be a really good fit for just like making a 3D version of like any Super Nintendo RPG. Like I like the look of it in general. It's very clean, you know? Like it definitely needs some better optimization. I mean, there's a lot of like geometry popping and stuff like that, but you know, with a little more optimization, I think they could do a really good thing there.
Focus on one at a time. Don't take your eyes off it.
I'll be interested if you know how I feel about the different characters in this game, because I definitely felt like the different characters in Hyrule Warriors were more like fun to sort of see the differences between them than the Dragon Quest characters were. But the Dragon Quest characters were all very different, but that kind of had a different system because you like brought up like a menu for like each character's unique abilities that you use with NP.
Your days of waiting are over. Mission complete.
I think you'll be safe now. I must take my leave of you.
Let's go.
I think that female voice that just like narrates random things is supposed to be Anna's voice, and she is 100% the lady that is Nanako
Nanako.
from Persona.
Oh.
She's also why am I drawing a blank on the android girl's name in Persona 3? Why am I drawing a blank on her name? I feel really bad I'm drawing a blank on her name. Igus. And am I right? I mean, like, her voice is very distinct. Like, sometimes I'll just hear her as, like, random NPCs in a game, and it's like, yep, that's her.
I can't really hear it over Discord. Kind of surprised they're still level 1.
Do you think that that more experienced soldier that's been with us is a Jagan, or do you think he's not going to be playable at all?
Do you get? I'd be kind of surprised if you get other generic non or playable characters
Beyond the male and female?
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem like it's going to give me control of the male character at all.
Our poor mother.
Stay strong. Queen Yelena entrusted your kingdom's future to the two of you.
I know. I'm just not sure if we can.
Like, these cutscenes are actually really good quality for the Switch. I'm pretty surprised. It's pretty well done, I think.
Come on, Crom. I mean, we've got to do something.
Is that how they get rid of the brother? He just falls in a hole.
That was a nasty fall you took. Can you stand?
Thanks a lot. But who are you guys?
The Shepherds, a militia from the Halidom of Elise.
The Halidom of what? I never heard of it.
Huh? But how is that even possible?
My lord, my lady, please be on your guard. He was
The Wary.
Too fast, too fast! You! Don't just run off like that. Do you have any idea? Rowan, do you know these people or something?
Just met him now.
I don't recognize your clothes. From where do the two of you hail?
He doesn't know us then. I welcome you to the kingdom of Aetolis, of which we are the princess and prince. Weird.
I see. I understand your situation. You're clearly capable fighters. Will you lend us your strength?
Please. Oh, Crom.
Are the things on Lissa's heads really big buttons?
That I was wondering the same thing. I didn't notice those before. I assumed they were there in Awakening, but yeah.
You mean like, I'm Frederick and you'll have to defeat me to earn my
Those dudes just look like
Wait,
a bunch of really big buttons.
But I'll learn all I need by facing them on the battlefield.
You may need convincing, Frederick, but I will fight alongside these strangers.
Me too.
We will follow any orders they give. It'll be up to them to command us. It looks like we don't have a choice. Prepare for battle, you two.
If everything is in order, let's go. First, you need to take out the soldiers surrounding the area.
Wait, is this supposed to be training? Are these not enemy soldiers?
No one can defeat me now. The mission started.
Oh, they gave you experience. You better kill them.
Here to help.
This is good music, by the way. Can you hear it?
A little bit.
I'm here to help.
There's a bag. That's what I always thought vulnerability looked like.
Now I gotta look. I feel like it was a bottle.
Focus here. This isn't a game. We need
It looks like it is sometimes a bag and sometimes a bottle. Or maybe just a very bottle-like bag. No, that is... Some of these are 100% a bottle.
What about a bottle, a bag-like bottle? Like one of those like old water. What do you call them? Those things that people drink out of in movies.
Flask?
No, like they're like a canvas or like leather pouch that they have their water in.
Like a water skin?
Yeah.
Your next opponent is there.
Paths all clear. The mission started.
Spear is serious business.
Wow, leveled up again.
This is an improvement.
I like the game pausing to show me my levels, I think.
Yeah.
This sword won't be as effective against a spear user.
I mean, it's just like, you want to see your animations in Fire Emblem. It's all part of the experience, I think.
That's true.
Here we got the what? Didn't I hear they removed the weapon triangle from Three Houses?
Yeah.
I don't know
Maybe.
how that affects things, but I think I heard that. I mean, as much as Fire Emblem has like its common elements from game to game, like each game usually has like some rule that is like completely unlike the other games.
Yeah. Did they get rid of it? I want to say you're right, but it's so hard to imagine.
Yeah, it is. I feel like I heard that. Of course, like the magic triangle has like kind of been all over the place. Like I want to say like the Rad games had a different magic weakness system.
I mean, a lot of games don't have it at all.
Yeah, like magic is much less consistent than the weapon triangle.
Yeah.
Sounds like my turn to take center stage. Just leave it to me. What's this? I've got this. Let's go.
Did she use axes in Awakening?
I think that was what she learned when she class changed, maybe?
Oh. Like, doesn't she start off as a healer?
Yeah, I think.
I
It could be the other way around, but I'm pretty sure she started off as the healer.
I want to say I lost her, so
Now I can do even more. Mission complete. I thought this was supposed to be a test. You're going easy.
do you know if any characters from Fire Emblem Echoes is in this?
I see enemy reinforcements.
Echoes.
The remake of 2.
Oh, right. I don't think so.
Know your enemy, predict their actions, and crush them.
I mean, I wonder if it has like anyone from the games that are not very well known outside Japan, like Thracia 776 or anything.
I have vague memories of people being relatively disappointed in the roster of this game. Because it was very like,
Straight ahead.
Fates heavy.
Which is like the story in that game is so bad. It's so bad.
Or no, wait, not Fates heavy. Whatchamacallit?
Awakening,
Yeah, Awakening.
which I mean,
Which is good. But
Awakening is good, but I mean, I'd like, I mean, surely it has at least someone from like 7 and the Rad games, right?
Celica is DLC apparently. I know Lindis is DLC.
Who's Celica?
The Echoes lady.
Oh, okay. Lindis is DLC?
Yeah.
I've received a report. Allies on the battlefield. Guide us so we can help you. I'm here to help.
Oh, Lynn and Celica are post game, not DLC.
Ah, okay.
Do you want to know who all is in this game?
Nah.
Yes? Okay.
The strategy element seems like it could be fun.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
Well, I pause and like I can see the map and there's like sprite versions of my characters. And so I'm controlling Lissa right now. So I see that when I'm over the character, I can see which, I guess it's really just probably the enemy commanders that it's marking. I can see that Liana has an advantage. Or wait, the up over enemy means, hold on, up over enemy means they have the advantage? Or, yeah, I think you want the arrow to be down.
Yes?
So, actually, I want her to go here instead.
Okay. What is it? I hear you. Leave that to me.
Alyssa, that's too far. You're surrounded by enemies.
Wait, did you just direct her and now you're controlling her anyway?
Yeah, but I think Liana is still...
Did you get Lissa in trouble?
I'm your. It doesn't matter who I am. My origin story's kind of a mess. You know what? I'm just gonna take it again from the top. I am Owain
I
Dark.
don't even remember who that is.
Though I must remain a mystery.
Yeah, I don't either.
To defend you, no matter how dire the odds. Now, villains, face my wrath. Radiant dawn. My sword hand. Ha, it's got a mind of its own.
What the heck is up with this guy? Our allies are on their way.
I am Owain, the Dark Swordsman. Why I here?
Wait, oh, is this guy from Fates?
Join the fray or don't. One more ally won't make much of a difference.
Let me check.
Change of plans.
I mean, I played Fates last summer, so it's somewhat fresh, but the story was so bad that I don't think about it very much. The game was good, though.
No, he's from Awakening.
Oh, okay. There was this one character in Awakening.
Wait, he's in Awakening and Fates?
Wait, what?
Oh, is he one of those clone characters like Tharja and Rajit or whatever her name was?
Wait, there was a Tharja clone in Awakening?
The Tharja's in Awakening. There's a Tharja clone in Fate.
That's what I meant to say. Is a Tharja clone in Fates? Ratja?
There's a handful of characters that are just like the same characters of previous game in different clothes.
Weird. Let me look up this Ratcha because I don't remember that character at all.
Wait, they're supposed to be in disguise? What?
So
Really?
what you're saying is that Fire Emblem Warriors actually makes sense in the context of Fire Emblem? These cross-dimensional... What the... I never ran across this character. Like, I played Conquest.
Never ran across who?
This Ratjat character.
Oh, she's a kid in birth. Wait, Tharja is disguised as someone's kid in Birthright? That doesn't sound right. That sounds birth wrong.
The kid stuff in Fire Emblem Fates is so stupid. I cannot get over how stupid the kid stuff is in Fates. It is so dumb. Oh my gosh, it is dumb.
I mean, I get where it came from. They were like, oh, Awakening saved the franchise. We have to make this exactly like everything people liked in Awakening. And they didn't realize people just like making two people kiss. They didn't really care about the kids.
Personally, I thought the kids were the more interesting part in Awakening, but you know.
Well, then you should have loved Fate's kids.
The problem was though, it's like, oh, let's put our babies in the other dimension where time passes at a different pace. You know, go cook your baby in the other dimension for a couple of weeks, and they're ready to join your army. So dumb.
What if you had no life in this void dimension for the first couple decades of your life? Surely you won't resent me at all. Here, have an axe. Come help me in battle.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb. In Awakening, it's cool. Like, I mean, Awakening is Back to Future, the fantasy RPG, okay? It's great. But Fates is stupid.
Your kids, Crum. We gotta do something about your kids.
Oh, staff characters cannot heal themselves. Okay.
Let's go.
Not bad. However,
I see enemy reinforcements.
It's a shame that all of my favorite Fire Emblem characters are in games before they did the whole matchmaking thing. That are nowhere near as popular, so you don't see them nearly as often.
Yeah. I mean, but to be fair, like, those are probably our favorite characters only because those were, like, the early games for us.
Sure. I mean, that's generally how that works.
Yeah,
But still.
yeah. But when you go back to like Fire Emblem 7, it's like, man, the characters in that game were so cool. And then you realize, oh, it's actually kind of just like a lot of the other Fire Emblem games where the characters just like introduced and then like they don't have to play a role again, really, you know?
Yeah.
But still, like, it's like, man, Urk really belongs in Fire Emblem Warriors.
So if you play Fire Emblem Heroes, then they hit the like old school favorites really hard.
Oh,
There's
really?
like, I think there's like at least 5 versions of Lindis in that game.
Is that why? Is that the mobile game?
Yeah,
Okay. Have you played it?
I played it the first year, and then I swore off gotcha games forever. Basically,
I had no idea.
actually, it's not the gotcha part that I hate. It is the daily chore part. Any game where I feel obligated to play every day, I have a stronger version for now.
I'm here to help.
Oh, there's another gauge.
Let's go. Mission complete.
We conquered your trials, Frederick. How about acknowledging our strength?
You've done well thus far. However, the greatest trial is still ahead of you. Prepare to face me.
Mission started. You'll need to fight against different weapon types to make it to Frederick.
You can't break through by yourself. Join up with an ally for help.
Let's go. I'm here to help.
Oh, I'm kind of surprised to see Pear up in here.
Yeah. So wait, like, does that mean like I can have a like? Will the healer heal me if like I have a healer with me?
I probably should have seen this coming. Everyone prepare yourselves.
Follow Crom's lead.
Where is she? ZRB.
Mission complete. I'm here to help. Hey, Frederick. I'd say we're doing
So-
pretty well, wouldn't you?
So wait, is she following me or is she just like with me? I think she's just like RPG stuck inside me.
I'm here to help.
No, this is a Fire Emblem spin-off made by the people that make the Muso Warriors games. Yeah, Fire Emblem is very much not normally like this, but it has elements from the Fire Emblem games anyway. Okay.
Let's get to it. I'm here to help.
Oh, my video just crashed.
Oh, looks like I'm streaming just fine, I think.
Yeah, it looked like it was just my player.
It looked like Pally was still, or was it someone else that was still having issues with the embed?
Yeah, I don't know why someone would still be getting that old version of the page after all this time. Oh, I think Bernie wants to come in. There you go, Bernie.
It appears you've gotten even stronger, Lissa.
So, is Anna somewhere here? Because there was a tutorial. Oh, I see her on the map now.
Show off a little.
She's kind of far away, though. These are good Fire Emblem remixes.
Yeah. Well, I can catch of them. They sound good.
You've got excellent taste.
Oh, so I just like collect her memento and then I can probably shop at camp? You don't actually shop in the middle of battle, I guess. I wonder if there's anything like, you know, you gotta go visit a house before the bandits stomp it to the ground.
Mm.
It's actually surprising that you don't start off against bandits, because I feel like that's what every Fire Emblem game starts off as, bandits. I don't know if it actually is every, but it feels like every.
Yeah. I mean, hard to do like a world colliding thing with bandits.
I guess. I'm sure there will be bandits, though.
Well, there's gotta be.
I'm here to help.
Whoa, ultimate tonic. Too bad everything is already full.
So long as I draw breath. Know that Frederick will hold the line.
I'll go. I'll show you how tough I am. And I'll show you, Lissa. For the future of my Tolis.
I won't go easy on you, Lissa. Make certain
Is that
you are
tonic still
prepared.
there? It is.
You'll recognize my strength before we're through here. I'll show you how tough I am. And I'll show you, Lissa. For the future of my Tolis. I'm here to help.
Show me what an Aetolesian princess is truly made of.
I'm stronger than you can ever imagine.
Ahoy there.
Huh? What?
Can try not hear me.
Oh, I sort of can hear you.
Oh,
Are-
okay.
Are you in drums room or on a separate location?
Separate.
Oh.
I couldn't resist coming on for a Fire Emblem stream.
Mm.
Well, Frederick, feeling the resolve?
I like it so far.
A bit too much.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fun and very forgettable after you're done playing it.
I mean,
See how much I helped
for a Muso game, I feel that's okay. Like
Yeah.
these are to me these are the ultimate like just. I mean, there can be strategy elements to it, sure, but they're just like good like mindless comfort food at the same time. I feel like the game's visuals are a lot better than I expected.
Right, good.
You've proven enough, at least for now.
Meaning...
I mean, usually these Omega Force games are a little rough in the technical areas.
so you don't trust us yet.
It is my duty.
I mean, not to say
always
this
be
is
vigilant.
like perfectly optimized or anything, but it's pretty nice looking.
That's settled. Why don't we make camp for the night?
For supper, how does bear sound?
I think it matches
I
the
killed one during a long
cutscene
rest.
aesthetic of the like Fates and Awakening pretty well.
Hmm.
Aw, no
Pardon.
bear again. It's too tough and gamey for my taste.
That's really weird hearing the English voices because I'm pretty sure I played this with Japanese
Mm.
voices.
Absorb that proud, ferocious spirit once more.
So I feel like the character in
Have you also
Fates that I was thinking was Owain was there was a character who was like, I am like this dark wizard or something. Well, I think his name was Odin.
Everyone else
Dark,
partakes
yes, and he
worse
is also Owain.
Kind of
It,
won't air
it,
that
I got like a support conversation between him and somebody that implied they were like in the Fates realm temporarily.
Ha.
I don't know. It was not clear, but it definitely seemed like they were, you know, their respective parents' kids.
I remember liking Odin. I don't remember Owain at all.
No,
I found Odin kind of annoying.
he was a
Too
little.
over the top.
He was pretty over the top for sure, but
It
he
was so over the top that it wrapped back around to being really funny.
I did. He was in my army, and he did have a kid.
God, I forget his lines now, but some of them are really good.
I think he likes to have moves that are like previous game names, like that one you
Oh,
saw here.
he was always like trying to come up with like the ultimate like spell names and stuff like that.
Yeah. Kid? I don't remember them at all.
Who?
Oh wait, yes I do. I do remember.
Rem-
Odin's kid.
I-
Odin's kid?
I can't remember. It was a girl, I think.
Yeah, same hair color, I think, maybe.
Yeah.
Ophelia.
Yeah, that name's familiar. I can't quite remember what she was like though.
She was very much like her dad.
Something new has been added. Something new has been added.
Like once you hear Nanako's voice, like you cannot unhear it when she just uses basically that same voice for any for other characters.
In 4 or 5?
What?
Is she in 4 or 5?
She's Persona 4.
Okay.
She's a non-playable character.
Oh.
She's a little girl. So it's an adult doing a little girl's voice and like
Oh, that's weird.
well, I mean that's how it always
I mean,
is
I mean,
though.
Normal, but like going from a robot to a little girl.
She has like Igus has like this like I don't know how to describe it, but there's like a weird like sort of sound to her voice. Does that make sense? Like, if she's like finishing her word, there's like this. I can't describe it, but there's. I don't know if the term is cadence or something, but it's a very distinct. It's a very distinct tone that her voice has, and even when she's sort of playing different characters that maybe are like, you know, maybe the voice is slightly different though. There's like something in her voice that is very, very recognizable. Are you expecting to play Persona 4 in English or Japanese, though?
Lynn, I think we're not hearing you sometime.
Am I like cutting out, or am I not speaking loud enough?
I just didn't. I don't think you might.
Like that time, I only heard your reply through the door. But sometimes you're like the first word you say gets cut off.
Maybe there's like a threshold in the voice settings in Discord you can adjust.
Where would that be?
You click on the settings icon and then you go to voice and video, and then there's like a slider. I forget what they call it. Oh, you can play as Frederick on a horse.
Sounds goofy.
Horses are actually really fun in this.
Oh.
It's set to automatically determine input sensitivity, so I should probably turn that off and manually adjust it.
Yeah, I would guess so.
Okay, how about now?
I mean, I hear you for now.
Okay.
So far, so good.
So, were you planning to play Persona 4 in Japanese or English?
You're talking about voices, I assume?
Yeah.
Probably Japanese voices.
Do you have that option on the Vita version?
I don't know, but
Or are you going to play it on PC now that it's out?
Yeah, I think we want to play it on PC.
I haven't looked up. I haven't looked up anything about that on PC. Like, I'd be curious what it looks like.
What did you say, Drum? You kind of cut out for me.
Well, I would definitely like to play it on PC, yeah. Oh, the US version doesn't have an option?
What? On PC? That doesn't seem right. Does Persona 5 have that option?
I think so, but I don't know if you have to like download a Japanese language pack.
I mean, that's not a big deal.
Did you mean PS2, Neko Michi? I mean, I would certainly imagine not for PS2. I mean, you've got pretty limited disk space there.
For some reason, it really grates on me hearing Japanese honorifics in English. Like in Persona 3, oh, senpai! Blah, blah, blah.
Really?
Like, no!
It doesn't bother me.
It's just, it's borders on weeb, I guess. It's the best way I can describe it.
Yeah, except they're actual Japanese characters, so
yeah, I know.
It makes
I know
sense.
They're translating it to be that they're in Japan, but it's still, it just makes me think of fan translations where they do that.
I mean, I guess it's not much different from like if you're watching a show with like characters down in Mexico, they'd be like, "Hey, amigo, welcome." Like,
Yeah.
throw in a commonly understood word of the foreign language.
Yeah, but like,
Yes?
well, I guess people interested in JRPGs probably are familiar with the honorifics, but I don't know.
I mean, it was, to be honest, playing Persona 4 was probably my first, like, deep exposure to that. I mean, like, I was, like, vaguely aware of, like, the whole, like, San and Chan thing, but, like, it was the first time that I was, like, exposed to it deeply.
And maybe there is, and I'm just not aware of it. But like, I would like, do other cultures have like weebness, a weeb fandom?
I don't know.
Are there like people that like really into like Spanish stuff?
I mean, maybe.
I mean, there's definitely
What?
people really into Spanish stuff,
What?
but are they
Gotta
like,
be.
like you know, Koji Igarashi's like always wearing the cowboy hat. Like, is that like American weeb?
Maybe. Or maybe it's just a bit. I don't know. There's probably all kinds of people like that for different cultures.
now I'm imagining a Japanese like American nerds that are like, howdy.
I mean, Japan in general seems to have this weird fascination with English words. They like
Yeah.
use them to be cool, to sound cool or something. French weaves, also known as weaves. that was good.
What should we do?
Oh my gosh.
Come in. What should we do?
So, Drum, how's that drink treating you?
It's
What do
gone.
you think?
Oh my god. Are you drunk?
No, I'm in a good place.
Okay.
What do you think? Masterful.
Well, now we just need to give you a few more beers and then you'll be drunk.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
What do you think? Masterful. What should we do?
What is this crest thing you're doing?
It seems to be a skill tree.
Yeah.
What do you think? Masterful. What should we do? What should we do? What do you think? Masterful. What do you think? Masterful. What do you think? Masterful. What should we do? What do you think?
Seems like the materials are for different weapons may be different.
What should we do?
It continues to baffle me how games make voice samples trigger far too often, all the time.
Mm.
What should we do? What should we do?
What should we do? What should we do?
Is there- ah,
Mhm.
ah,
What should we do? What should we do?
Anna's just having a midlife crisis.
I'm not sure about this.
Is it Anna or is it this OC?
I'm not sure about this.
I don't. Yeah, I think this is Lissa or whatever her name is.
Liana?
Liana. Yeah, I don't even know my character's own
That's what
name.
Lissa. Oh, by the way, Lissa does start out as a priest, and then she gets the axe when she class changes.
Hmm. I remember that being surprising.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the game is saving automatically.
I feel like there's a save screen, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I'm not.
I don't know.
I didn't see one in the camp or convoy menu.
Yeah, maybe it does. Maybe it is automatic. I don't know.
Please do come
It's been
again.
a long time.
Welcome.
If I go to
Please
camp,
do come again.
does it?
Customer.
It just loads a random character every time I go in the camp menu.
Huh.
Weird.
See you later.
Yeah, it's probably autosaves.
You should be here anytime now.
Wrong. I'm back.
What did you discover?
Just as we thought. There isn't a recognizable landmark in sight.
So we are definitely somewhere beyond Elise.
I also spotted some fierce-looking creatures running rampant.
Creatures. They must have been the enemies our new friends mentioned.
I don't think our own sudden appearance here is unrelated.
Oh, cool. You're a Pegasus Knight? That's so awesome.
Hmm.
Make such a fuss. I'm sorry.
Seffi getting the Muso urges.
Mm.
Are Pegasus Knights rare here?
It's more that he really loves.
I wonder if the frame rate for co-op in Switch Hyrule Warriors is any better than in this.
I mean, same company, same system.
Far now.
Seems questionable.
Man.
Yeah, but
Good idea.
it was. I mean, Switch is somewhat more powerful than Wii U, so
Yeah, but the frame rate in co-op in this was kind of bad. I think Drum said. I honestly don't remember.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily expect it to be amazing, but I mean, I remember we enjoyed ourselves playing Hyrule Warriors at any rate.
Wasn't I like playing on the gamepad or something?
Oh, that sounds a little familiar. I wonder if you would think that would be to the detriment of the frame rate though, because it then it's rendering like 2 whole scenes.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh,
Are you
Right.
ready this time?
Anna's conditions: defeat 1,000 enemies. Ha. Weird.
Anna demands blood.
Says recapture the temple, and there's like 3 points on the map though.
Yeah, they're all part of the temple.
Oh wait, is Robin? I guess this is spoiling that Robin's going to appear.
Yes, sir.
What are like? There's like a weird like curve icon, and then like a flag to the left of it under every character, and I have no idea what it's supposed to indicate.
Hmm.
Yes, sir.
So I can like
Roger.
start the battle with
What is it?
certain characters like already like set to go do stuff. Oh, Robin is male.
Yeah, I wonder if that is based on your choice at all.
Or if they just are what they are. Like,
Do you want to know?
yeah.
They are what they are, but I believe you can swap between the two later. That might be post game.
But for the story, Robin is male and Corin is female.
Yeah, I think so.
The temple's under attack. Why would Christone do this? Down there, it's Robin. Come on, they need our help.
I'm here to help.
Why are Christone soldiers attacking an atoll Lycia?
Oh, see, you started in classic, and that gives you option. You can always switch later.
Robin and Cordelia need us. Quickly, defeat the enemies and seize the temple.
The mission's starting.
What does that have to do with classic mode?
I'm here to help.
If you start in casual, you can't switch to classic, but you can go from classic to casual.
Oh, where are you seeing that?
The pop-up thing.
Oh, I wasn't looking. That's random for a pop-up.
Did you do the bug off in Animal Crossing?
I did not. I haven't done a fishing. I've never done that or a fishing thing, actually.
Did you take wedding photos of the llamas?
One time, I gave them, I had them do the indignation pose, and they're just shrugging their, they're just shrugging. I only did it the one time, though. I didn't care to unlock any of the stuff that you can buy with the hearts.
What is this llama wedding thing?
It was a June event in Animal Crossing.
Ah,
I haven't looked up if there's any bugs or fish going away at the end of June.
well, you better look soon. June is what, 30 days?
I guess tomorrow's the last day.
Yeah.
Let's go. What is it?
Wait.
I hear you.
I don't get it. Why?
Hmm?
Well, I'm moving Lissa, and
Mm-hmm.
like Cordelia is one of the targets I can choose. And then same with Robin at this other point. Like, does that mean like they just go to the character, or do they team
Yeah.
up with them, or what?
Yeah, they just go to them. They don't.
But I assume they will try to fight.
Try to. Yeah, they will go there and fight. They won't just go there and stand there.
Okay.
That's a good point. I don't know what the difference is between picking. Like, I know if you pick the bad guy, then they're actively going to target that group, but I don't know. Have you you tried picking that choosing that character? Did it give you another menu option?
Wait, choosing the character to do what?
At the target location, did you try choosing the good guy instead of the
I
bad
did
guy?
try choosing it, but it didn't give me any other options. I don't know if maybe I hit another button if it would, but...
Oh yeah, I don't know. Oh, do they pair together? Okay. I thought that was a pop-up you had to choose.
Do you have to be controlling a character directly for them to, like, level up and get experience and stuff?
I don't think so.
I'm here to help.
But I think they do have to be in the battle to gain experience.
Yeah, I would think so.
I don't see any priests in the temple. If they're under attack, we must help them.
I've received a report.
Sounded like somebody said, "I will see you in court."
It kind of did sound like that, actually.
Mission started.
What did they actually say?
Defeat the soldier and rescue the curate? Whatever the heck a curate is.
It's like a priest, isn't it? Oh yes, this has occasional escort missions that are about as fun as you would expect.
Most people don't expect escort missions to be fun.
That's the point.
I mean, I feel like escort missions are get an unfair, harsh reputation.
Name one fun escort mission. in a
Resident
game.
Evil 4.
I knew that was coming.
In my defense, I haven't played it.
I'm here to help.
Okay, name another one.
I mean, like, I mean, it's been a long time since I played it, but like BioShock Infinite was kind of like that too. You know, that
Can
was fine.
Elizabeth even die?
Huh?
Can Elizabeth die?
I don't know, to be honest.
I mean, I've never played it, but I was under the impression that she's kind of appears and throws ammo at you sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time since I played it, but I mean, like, Resident Evil 4 is like the shine example of it is good. But,
yeah,
but
I agree.
like, otherwise, like, I think they in general are not actively bad. Like, Natalia is not great in GoldenEye, but I feel like she is the origin of the whole like anti-escort mission thing. And like, she's not
Yeah, I mean-
that bad.
I mean, escort missions weren't really a thing until games went 3D for whatever reason. But I remember Natasha capping some fools.
I mean, she's not that bad. I mean, the control room, you have to defend her for a really long time while she hacks the computer.
Yeah.
So, but so what's the deal with these blue gates? Because, like, one of my submissions seems to be behind such a gate. Is that?
I don't think you go behind the gates.
Like,
The color signifies who owns that area, so the blue gate means it's your allies.
but there's like a blink. See, someone's in trouble up here.
Yeah, you have to go farther north.
Oh, I thought that. Oh, I didn't see this. I thought I was like, I can't go through that little hole. I see it on the map.
Hey, thanks for the song gift, Sappy.
Hey, thanks, Steffi.
Did it appear on the stream? I heard the ding. It should have
Yeah.
appeared.
It appeared on the stream.
You did it, Try.
Thank you. I'm just glad you're safe.
Even in the midst of battle.
What is our current subscriber emote? Do we have one?
There's 2 of them now.
Oh. And they are...
They are.
Oh, okay. I understand now. The gates are like what enemies spawn out of, and probably my own grunts.
Yeah. I don't know if I've actually ever seen stuff spawn out of them, but yeah.
Where's Lissa? I need to get her to team up with me.
So many graphics. What do you think of the horse?
It's pretty cool. I mean, you can really go a long ways. I mean, I feel like there's probably there's probably nothing bad in this game about using a Jagan. Or is he a Jagan in Awakening?
Is he?
Maybe not.
In Awakening, I think he kind of is. But I think they kind of have moved away from the Jagan concept.
Is he a Jagan in this?
I mean, my question is, does that concept really apply? Like, is it to my detriment to use him?
Well, I don't know. Did he start out as a way high level?
Doesn't look like it. But he's a great knight, so he's classed up.
Oh, I mean, I used him a lot and I didn't have any problems, so it's probably fine. But yeah, I just love how you can just like charge through a group of fools and just mow them down.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
He's pretty cool. I like how he as you're like running, he does like this like spin slide into the cluster of enemies.
Feels pretty darn good.
I honestly don't even remember him.
What?
No.
He was like the main character in Awakening.
No, Robin and Crop are the main characters.
He was a main character.
Yeah,
he was like popping in the entire game to chime in for things.
Yeah,
I said one of the main characters,
Yeah.
not the main character.
I vaguely remember him, but just like, I mean, your main character's, retainer or friend or whatever that is on a horse at the beginning of most Fire Emblem games, I feel like is a relatively forgettable character.
I don't know. I feel like in
Where you're
Awakening,
coming from.
People generally had more personality than they have in other games.
That's
in some other
true.
games.
I feel like most characters were probably more present in the story in Awakening. There were probably more characters present in the story in Awakening than ours. Although, like, I feel like the Rad games, whether Lynn likes them or not, I do feel like they did have like a lot of characters that were like constantly important to the plot as well. Like the GBA games, maybe much less so, but
Yeah, definitely the GBA games less so.
I'm here to help.
How do you guys even do that emote edit thing?
Oh, wait. Enemies are moving on my bases? Should I instruct people to defend them?
Yeah, if you lose your main base, I think it's game over, or it might be all your bases.
Yeah.
All your base are belong to us.
You know, I was thinking just the other day that like that game, that all its memes were like that was like the first video game meme. You know?
Yeah,
Like I remember like people like printing that out and like posting it on the wall in like high school. Like that's been around a long time. But I like just the other day, like I thought of it and it's like, wow, like it's possible. I didn't think about that game for like a year or two, maybe. Like it kind of dropped off the face of the earth the past several years, I feel like. Even though it was pretty present for a while.
Well, the kids making memes nowadays are too young to remember it, probably. So.
Harumph.
Have you, Steffi? No. Oh, I have infinite channel points on my own channel.
Whoa.
Wow. The power.
I hear you.
Yes, sir.
Is that like a permanent thing, or
Roger.
What?
the emote edit?
I don't know.
Does it replace the old emote?
I don't know.
Mission started.
Oh, you can only do one thing at a time.
Oh, I just realized it's a remix of a really good remix of the Awakening theme.
You just noticed?
Yeah.
Enemy is headed for us.
I didn't notice until I had the pause menu open.
Because if they are, let's attack.
The map where you fought Frederick was a remix too.
Well, I noticed it was a remix, but I didn't really think of it as like the main Awakening theme, like the theme that they play like in the final battle.
Mission started.
Oh, is this the final battle theme? I can't really.
But that
hear it.
music also appeared like is a much more like a softer tune throughout the game.
Oh yeah, there were a few iterations of it. I think.
Yeah. But like this is closer to that version of the theme.
We take control of enemy forts, regain the upper hand.
Excellent.
Nice emote, Drum.
Thank you.
I love Game Boy graphics.
What? How did that even pop in your head, Drum?
That was one of the options.
Oh, just make it black. So wait, you have one emote, but you can have multiple purposes for it?
When you modify one of the channel emotes, and there's like 8 options you can apply to it.
Oh, so you're not just drawing on the emote. There's actually things you just kind of paste on it, like stickers.
Yeah.
I see. Interesting.
Will they announce when Anna appears?
What do you mean?
Or do I just have to pay close attention to the map?
Oh, they announce it.
I mean, it's also possible I could miss the announcement, I guess.
I think there's a short cutscene when she appears, just to make sure you don't miss it.
Frederick, what are you doing?
I think.
Yes, sir. Roger.
What? Why are you down there?
Bad.
Bed? I don't get it.
They covered up the Rob part of robbed with a pointer finger, so now it just reads bed.
Why?
I don't know. Why not?
That's just where the hand happens to be if you do the hand option.
Oh, I get it. Okay. This is weird. Wait, did she do her special twice or something?
I got stronger.
I don't think so.
Gosh, that final boss music, Awakening,
Good stuff.
contender for one of the best final boss themes of all time.
Yeah.
We did it. Are there any more forts to take down?
The big boss is all that's left. Let's
Big
take it down
boss.
Let's go. How you want it? Ready to go shopping?
Oh, did Anna appear? Where is she? Oh, she's back there. Frederick.
Get to it.
Do you know if it's possible to send an uncontrolled character to Anna
Stronger, Lissa.
and for it to count?
I doubt it counts, but I don't think I ever tried it. Oh yeah, I forgot you can just run through guys without tasking them, and they just keep bouncing off of you.
I mean, these guys are just like, they don't even count really.
Yeah.
Like they are. I mean, I kind of think of them as like the TIE fighters and like the Rogue Squadron games where they're just like, they're kind of grouped together, but like, I think like, from an AI perspective, they're treated as one.
Got to hurry.
Okay, where, Lissa, what are you being lazy up there for? Like,
Isn't that like other Muso games? Like the grunts are just grunts.
if
Baby
I
grunting.
send, I mean,
I hear you.
if I like command a character and then they like run out of something to do at that point, will they just, I mean, I guess she was on a fort, so she was probably like, okay, I need to defend this fort even though there was no major threat at that point. Like,
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm guessing the only real threat to a fort is like if there's still a captain. Like these little grunts, if there's no captain, I'm assuming they probably can't take it.
Probably not. And if it's a fort, I'm guessing they stick around to defend
What
it.
is she doing?
But there's usually like when you pick someone and you order them to do something, there's usually like a defend option or whatever.
What's... Oh, okay. I didn't realize there was still a enemy gate here. Alright, I'll just move you to the boss manually. Sometimes, though, I think a Muso game is just what you need. Like, I remember when Tweeter had me play Dynasty Warriors 8 for the first time, like I just couldn't stop thinking about it the next day. And, like, I couldn't really, it was the kind of thing where you just, like, hadn't fully processed, like, what do I like about this? I don't know what it is, but I can't stop thinking about it. Wow, we went down fast. Oh, and then my little dudes just appeared there. I see. That's nice.
Yep, and you get a little captain.
Like, so far my impression of this is that the character abilities may not be quite as interesting as like Hyrule Warriors or Dragon Quest so far, but like the overall like mission flow and game structure is better. So, like, every once in a while you can do a partner attack, and your partner will appear. And I think it makes the stun or critical meter or whatever it is appear. Something like that.
I don't remember the mechanics exactly.
Oh, is this
But
guy?
Yeah, you remember this guy, right?
Yeah. He was the guy who was trying to do bad things in Awakening.
I mean, he looked like a guy trying to do bad things. I'll give you that.
Oh
I
wait,
sure don't remember him.
Lissa is strong against magic, right?
Yeah. She has high resistance. But yeah, it's both of those little meters under your health are full. Then when you activate it, your partner will join in too, and that will deplete both meters, I believe.
Oh, but wait, that's a Y attack, not an A attack, I think, or
There's like two different special attacks. One of them your partner can join in, and the other is your personal. It's like an awakening meter, I think they call it.
okay.
I'm kind of surprised they haven't explained it in tooltips already.
Well, I think they did, but I mean, there's so many little things like that; it's easy to get confused.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, the Muso man himself is here.
I had a feeling we'd pull it off.
I can't believe she can wield that gigantic axe.
You've got to help us.
So Lady Elena is very well. Then you must listen to me carefully.
Oh, is this the one Muso game Tweeter hasn't played?
And the Chaos Dragon Velizark.
I don't know.
I don't
does he
think
have a Wii U?
I don't think he's played Dragon Quest Heroes 2.
Opening Outrealm
Does he have a Wii U though for Hyrule Warriors?
I think so.
fiends surged forth and attacked the people.
And that's exactly what's happening now.
Indeed. It's also said that people from the connected worlds emerged.
In other words, us.
What happened to the Chaos Dragon?
Legend says the world was saved when the Shield of Flames sealed him away. But with Outrealm portals reappearing, the Chaos Dragon may be free again.
So, kill a big bad dragon? We can do it?
If he is at his full strength, you won't be able to kill him. He's simply too strong. However, if you awakened the Shield of Flames, you could seal him away again. That would close the Outrealm portals and the outrealm fiends would vanish. Crom, was it? You and your friends
Oh
would likely
no,
return to
we'll
your
have to
worlds
say
too.
goodbye to our friends.
What do we need to do to awaken the Shield of Flames?
That power resides in the Gleam Stones, carried by heroes from other worlds.
Do you mean Crom and the others? Heroes from other worlds? No offense, you guys, but I don't really think we fit the bill.
Right. I agree with Lissa. We're not the hero type.
If you need a hero,
Get bonus.
chosen one must answer the call to action.
Oh hey, Breakman X.
Hey, thanks for the follow.
He's a Emblem viewer.
Oh,
Oh.
We were guests, virtual guests in the class the video game class he was teaching at a college.
whoa.
Amazing!
Like guest lecturer or
I don't know if I would call it lecture exactly, but we did like a Q&A with his class.
Oh, that's cool.
Incredible. And if we gather them all, we can really save our kingdom?
Yes, I'm sure of it. Let's find the other heroes and get those Gleam Stones.
Right.
The Gleam Stones.
All I did was give 110%.
What?
Frederick said, all I did was give 110%.
Why is that funny?
It's just as if like 110% is, less than would be expected.
For Frederick, it probably is.
And Tolis will be ours again soon.
Oh yeah, supports are in this.
They just said like 2 canned generic lines and moved on.
Yep.
I appreciate it, to be honest.
That is a good point. Why do both main characters have swords?
And she said it to, she said the exact same thing to Lissa. Lissa says, I want to get to know you much better. I'm kind of into this canned support.
Something new has been added.
I want to go shop at Juness.
Oh, is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
I always assumed it was June's, even though it's a Japanese game.
I mean, I thought that too, because like before I played Persona 4, I remember seeing like you could buy like a Juness shirt at MagFest. I think Korvac bought one.
Ah.
And so I always like June's, and then I played it. But hold on a second. Did I play Persona 4 before we went to MagFest? At any rate, I definitely seen the name before, but it's every day's great at your Juness. That's the song.
Oh boy.
That's the
Oh
song.
boy.
Okay.
Okay.
Nanako frickin' loves that song.
True.
It's true.
How do you know, Drum?
I've seen it.
You
No, I
watched
guess
like an
You
entire
watched a Let's
playthrough.
Play, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's a long thing to commit to.
Yeah.
What should we do?
Oh, apparently there are real support conversations.
Yeah, you have to get max support with people, and I think
Oh,
it's
man.
only with certain characters.
don't worry, but now I am worried because I was enjoying the stilted conversation way too much.
Well, you can still have your stilted conversations. Don't worry.
But yeah, but now they'll be replaced by real conversations.
They won't be replaced.
I'm having a hard time reading the weapon equip menu. Like,
How so?
well, like, how do I know what my character's current rank is when I'm looking at the menu? Like, current,
What'd you
like,
do?
weapon skill.
I don't
Like, it's
remember.
not obvious. Like, and there's no, like, obvious marker. Like, what is better? What is worse? I mean, I can see what I got equipped, and then I can see that the other one is more, but...
I mean, if the number's bigger, that means it's better.
I didn't see,
generally.
like, that is exclusive to another character, but, like... unless it's that, like, dragon icon, like, it's not clear that...
I mean, that's what Crom is equipped with.
Right, but...
Ah,
I don't know. I don't think the weapon menu is as clear as it could be.
that's probably true.
Choose.
Wow, hearing the Juness song is all it took for Animal House to want a platinum Persona 4 Gold.
Mm.
Hearing Try sing it, no less.
What? Wait.
Yes, sir. What will you do?
So, like, do I, like, have to unlock skill D or something?
Oh, yeah, I think that's right. It's in that skill crest menu.
What is it? Well, pick something.
Mount Slayer.
Come in. What should we do?
What should we do? What should we do?
I don't know.
What should we
What do
do?
you think? Masterful.
Forget it, Drum.
Ooh, second warrior.
What do you think?
Well, that's weird. Oh, I see it branches. I thought these two were connected.
What do you
Second warrior gauge sounds good.
Yeah.
What do you think? Masterful. What do you think? Masterful.
What do you think, Drum?
What do you think? Masterful.
I think you could play 8 other campaigns in Dynasty Warriors 8.
What?
I guess that's true.
It kind of surprises me for how many Muso games there are that all of the Muso games seem to have so much to do in them for completion.
Mm.
What do you think? Masterful. What do you think? Masterful.
Crom ain't learned crap. Probably because I used my sword stuff on the main character.
Hmm.
What should we do? What do you think? Masterful. What do you think? Masterful.
If you were like directing this game?
Masterful.
Like, would you just not have voices like ever, or how would you manage them?
You mean in these menus?
Yeah, like never voices.
I mean, off the top of my head, I would say if they changed the trigger chance to be like 1/10 of what it is, it would be a lot better.
I feel like then when it did trigger, it would be really jarring. So I would say just nix them in the menu.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have access to the smithy now, I guess.
Choose a weapon.
Can I make it better?
I remember getting really into being able to make your own weapons in Path of Rad.
Yeah, I mean, I've been into that in a number of Fire Emblem games.
That was the first one you could do it though, right?
Not sure about this.
Oh, I see. You can add skills with empty slots. I see.
I never really got into forging in any of these games.
I mean,
I
you
don't know
can make
why.
some pretty strong weapons. I often do not like forging in games, but sometimes it works.
I guess I just don't like the idea of pouring a bunch of money into one character and then, okay, I have one OP character and the rest just have their old boring weapons.
Well, you can make custom weapons from many characters.
Yeah, but they're expensive.
They're worth it.
I don't think they were that expensive. I really don't remember how it worked now.
I think it's depending on what trait you raise. Like critical hit chance was the most expensive thing you could increase, I believe. And you could also increase like base strength and accuracy, maybe. Probably depends on the game.
Get bonus.
Oh, hey, Naiku. It's been a while.
Hey.
Oh, welcome, Devil. Always happy to welcome the Devil.
Come again.
I'm nervous because I have not noticed like a swirly saving icon or anything, but I.
Start looking for heroes.
A wild Xavian appears.
Whoa.
Joined in a battle we fought earlier.
Whoa.
He helped
Whoa.
us against some outrealm fiends in town.
What was his
And his microphone doesn't work.
If I recall correctly, he said his name was
Oh, there he goes.
You scared him off.
What?
Legendary hero of Marth. He lived thousands of years ago. There's just no way.
Can't get past me.
It's a better lead than wandering around.
Well, he's back.
asking everyone, have you seen a hero?
In that case, I will go scout ahead. Prom, I was able to gather some valuable information in the desert.
Still can't hear him.
Already?
Somebody mentioned welcoming the devil.
Oh.
Well, now we know how to summon an Xavian.
What's wrong?
How's everyone doing?
We are doing.
Allow me to
Yep.
continue my
Sure are
Sure
doing.
Apparently, the Crystone army in the desert recently hired a skilled mercenary. He goes
So, what country are you in now?
One that I don't recognize, I'll say that.
Fair.
Uh,
Fair.
Yeah,
Touche.
touche.
They'll really be behind this.
Darius.
We've got to find out what's going on. Come, let's move.
So, have you picked up Animal Crossing any time in the past 2 months?
No, when I moved, I stopped playing it. Actually, no, it was before. It was, I stopped right before Final Fantasy VII. And I don't think I've loaded it once since. I might, maybe once. I should probably get back into it.
You could be taking erotic photos of llamas now.
What?
I don't even know what that means.
Try did always dream of opening a porn shooting studio.
Is that so?
Dream.
Oh, good point.
Yes, dream.
Yes.
Right.
Man, when was the last time Xavier played a game on stream?
Whoa. Was that a thing that happened? I don't recall that happening.
Was it the
Are you kidding me?
that party game?
No, it was probably Wii Party U.
Yeah, that.
He high-fived Bob Ross. He can't top that, so.
Yeah.
I mean, that was kind of my peak.
Yeah. You just gotta retire after that.
Boy says, wow, was I even born? I'm pretty sure Boyce is one of the old men around here.
I think that's correct.
No, it would definitely have been at your place because I haven't had the hardware to do that in years. I mean, the only thing I ever had was that first
the
USB dongle.
The Diamond VC500.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. I probably still have that.
I'm kind of nostalgic for that thing.
Pretty sure I had one of those too.
I mean, they worked pretty well. They were cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't really even need that now. You just download OBS and play any kind of PC or emulator. You're good to go.
Oh, that's a good point. I think I might have done something with that at some point.
Yeah, I mean, Drum hasn't had the means to actually capture a game since he, fried the capture card I gave him a few years ago.
Yeah. And my TV at the same time.
Oh, was that what killed your old TV?
Yeah, the splitter was going to the TV and the capture card, and I plugged the wrong power supply into it.
Plugged, your router power supply into it, right?
Something. I don't know what it was.
I didn't remember that your old TV died of your own doing.
And that wouldn't be Drum's last rodeo frying a TV.
Hey, this latest one, I don't know what happened.
That was the
I'm a little
TV
worried
venue.
because I think we had the same one. Didn't you have a Vizio? I think?
Yeah. I don't know what model it was, but a few people on Twitter were like, "Oh yeah, Vizios from around then are terrible."
Which is,
But they had good lag ratings.
I mean, the TV itself was great, but apparently they just catch fire spontaneously. So don't leave the TV on when you leave the house.
which is weird because I have a 10-year-old Vizio that's still working great.
Yeah.
So you have since
How old was your last Vizio? Was it still fairly new, or had you had it for a few years?
You only have for two. I'd say 3
3
years
years,
at most.
Yeah, about 3 years.
Wow. Ooh.
You got your 4K TV before I got a 4K TV, which is really weird if you think about it.
Yeah. Well, we kind of didn't
Wow,
have a choice.
she just did a special attack with no one around. I think it was because my warrior gauge just ran out.
Oh, that's right. You do a special at the end of your
Yeah,
warrior stage.
you do that in Dragon Quest as well. Probably also Hyrule Warriors, but I don't remember.
Yeah, between Try's Uber setup at his house and me moving to emulators for retro systems anyway, I have absolutely no plans to buy another capture device.
It's so funny how we have gone in the extreme deep end on the far opposite ends of the hardware emulation spectrum.
Yeah, that's kind of funny.
So, Drum, are you like embracing the minimalism then? Is that what I'm hearing?
Oh yeah, I just sold my NES copies of DuckTales and Darkwing Duck and bought the Disney Afternoon Collection on Steam for $5.
Wow.
And I turned a profit of what was it, Len?
It's like, I don't know, I can't math. Like, almost $60.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Oh man. You know who you're starting to remind me of? Me. You know what's more minimalistic than just digital games?
Is no games.
Now, Marky, the line I think I'm not gonna sell like my very favorite games. Like Path of Rad is worth a lot, but I'm not gonna sell that.
Well, there's no like official digital way to even play that, is there?
No, but yeah, you know, I still want to legally be able to play games that I emulate. But I'm also like, you know, like if I had like a childhood cartridge of like DuckTales, I would have held on to that. But like DuckTales and Darkwing Duck are both games I picked up in the last 5 or 10 years, so
they don't mean as much to you, I guess.
Yeah.
So where do you fall like when it comes to, say, systems that have very, very, very like high quality emulators, right? Like the ones that are, you know, emulating the very circuitry and everything, right? Like to be psycho-accurate. Mm-hmm. But like, what if there's a port that's like, you know, it's official, but it's nowhere near as accurate to the quality of like that emulator, you know?
Well, Drum still plays it on his own emulator anyway.
Yeah, I've been buying like crappy. I don't really know what their quality is. I assume some of them are very crappy and some of them aren't. But like I would buy like arcade compilations from like the PS2 era, where like here's all of Namco's arcade games.
Yeah, you've bought like several Xbox ones even.
Yeah, even for systems I don't own. I'm like, okay, I own those games now, and I'm gonna play them on MAME or whatever.
MAME still works even if you don't buy them like that, man.
Yeah.
That's what always got me. It was always annoying, and I'm sure it still sort of is. But you know, like take the, you know, Steam ports or like the Steam ports of like the old PlayStation Final Fantasy games. Like they were enhanced and everything, but they were still not like quite the same, you know. Or some like I know for the original FF8 before they, you know, enhanced it. It had like still the MIDI sound, so you'd have to go in and put in one mod, then go in and put in another mod. And before you know it, I'm like, why don't I just emulate the damn thing like the original? You know, like it's like on the PC. You know,
like from what I understand, emulating Final Fantasy VIII and like using an emulator that can up-res it is still like the best way to play Final Fantasy VIII, despite the recent like HD re-releases and stuff.
I mean, I could believe that too.
Like there's weird things where like the menus are in a weirdly low frame rate, so you can't like properly button mash on the summons and stuff.
Oh yeah. No, what really got me back in the day is I think it was probably about 5 years or so ago, but I bought a PlayStation TV and I'm like, okay, this is going to be great. You can play PS1 classics on it because I don't have any other PlayStation console.
Don't get me started on the PlayStation TV.
It's a very good hacking device now, though.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I hacked it.
Well, oh, you did hack it?
Yeah, I
You're,
did.
you're like.
I mean, she did the old hack, not the new
Oh,
hack
okay.
you guys covered recently.
I'm
There's a
still
new hack?
I'm still behind. I still haven't hacked mine. I bought a USB flash drive for it though. So I'm going to do it. Finally get around to doing it soon.
Well, so I know it's like the Vita hardware, so okay, like at least it can play those, you know, accurately. But when you would buy like a PS1 Classic on it, I bought Final Fantasy IX, and I'm like, okay, this is gonna be great. I haven't played this in years, and the slowdown was terrible. Like,
Are you?
it was a very, very poorly emulated, just version of the game.
Are you sure that it wasn't like that on the original PS1? I mean, it's been a while since I played
I'm positive.
9.
It's the type of stuff that you would like, you know, I mean, some things you might think like, oh, maybe, but no, it was like a lot of slowdown, like just creaking frame rates. It was crazy. So that turned me off to, I don't know, quote unquote official sources that end up just being kind of garbage, right?
I mean, I gotta say that when we played the Dungeons and Dragons Brawler, like at the beginning of quarantine, using the
RetroArch network play.
That was
I am still blown away at how well that worked.
That was pretty incredible, actually. Yeah.
What was it? I don't even know the game.
So there were these arcade brawlers by Capcom that were branded Dungeons and Dragons, and you know, Drum quote unquote owns them in some fashion. So
What do you mean, quote unquote?
Drum owns them in some fashion. I'm not sure what fashion
You
that
only
is.
need the in some fashion part.
He buys the disc only, drops it in the trash can. Okay, I own this. I'm clear.
But we played it. Of course, we're locally very close, so I don't know if that helped. But like, I remember like way back in the early 2000s, you and I tried to play Tetris Attack together over the internet.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
And
we tried to play like Contra 3 or something as well.
Yeah, we did.
And I don't remember it going very well.
It went terribly.
So yeah, like I don't know if our proximity had anything to do with it, but it was shockingly good.
Yeah, it was like we were in the same room. It was incredible.
Yeah.
And this was MAME, right?
No, RetroArch.
There's a arcade emulator called Final Burn Neo in RetroArch.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool.
I think it's more efficient than MAME, if I understand correctly.
Yeah.
MAME requires some crazy setup, from what I've gathered.
Yeah.
I've only played a few things on it that worked easily.
I mean, MAME is considered at its core more of a preservation project in terms of gathering information about like the arcade boards so that, you know, we don't lose the information as to like what, what kinds of hardware is in the boards and things like that, you know?
Oh, so it's for people like you.
Right. Well, right. I mean, it is. I mean, that is, as far as I understand, considered kind of its core. But like the fact that it also lets people play arcade games, at home for free is like that's considered like a secondary benefit, but it's like not what it is about.
Oh, see, I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
I mean, it's been around forever.
Oh yeah.
It's, jeez.
And they keep like merging support for new things in it. Like it emulates most consoles now as well.
What?
Well, why do one thing good when you could do many things poorly, right?
Yeah, really.
think
I mean, like, yeah, like that is a common like eye roll on like the emulation forums I frequent, but it's, you know, the response is, well, you know, everyone working on this is a volunteer and they work on what they're interested in.
Well, and again, that I think, that's, you know, I believe a lot of emulation authors are more interested in the, you know, compiling open source information about how this hardware functions, as opposed to like the fact that it allows people to play games for free is like kind of considered a secondary benefit that like keeps interest alive in it. But I think a lot of, you know, I think a lot of people miss that point because they're only interested in playing the game for free, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people, I think, kind of completely even miss the fact that, like, you realize that, okay, you can say emulation is better than, you know, the original hardware because you can do blah, 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 blah with it. But, like, don't act like the original hardware is meaningless because your emulator would not function if people did not analyze the original. And, you know, in most cases, we don't have, like, decapped chips, like, reverse engineered. So, like, we still don't know 100% for sure that the information that is in the emulator is, like, the definitive information that should be passed down, you know, for all time. Like, we still have things that we need to learn about the original.
What is it?
Well, unless you're talking about something like the Wii that had all of that. Did you like read? I'm sure you had like read about.
Oh yeah, but see here's the thing though. Emulator authors aren't going to even look at it because they don't want to be accused of like like because. All right, I believe I am back up. Let me hop on Discords. Am I heard?
You are.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, I need to turn your volume down. So, there's a method to the madness.
So you say.
Well, there's certainly madness.
No signal.
I was my TV turned off.
Oh.
And when I turn it back on, it causes the signal to drop on the capture card. So yes, there you go.
I will say you have a few more toys now than the last time I was there.
Just a few.
Had My Life in Gaming started the last time you were here?
I don't know.
Probably. Because we only started it like a year after I moved here.
Yeah, I want to say I was at your place in 2014 the last time.
Yeah. It must have been. Yeah, but still, like, it was a much smaller thing at the time.
It sure was.
Well, thank you for the tour, Try, nonetheless.
Yes, so that was that new room. There you go. I've been promising, you know, a full proper tour video on the channel sometime. People want it, but you got the scoop, yeah.
that still Anna, or is that whoever? you were?
Oh, he's D ranks now. I think it's Lissa.
So do you have any questions after that tour, Xavier?
I'm gonna need to think of some. There were a lot of things. A lot of the things. I am disturbed by the closet with the spare parts.
Well,
Yeah,
those are more,
I gotta say, with like the shaky hand cam and stuff, but it really had like found footage vibe.
Oh, good.
Decomposing console parts.
well, I mean, that closet has like the shells of like the systems that I have, like the open systems on that other shelf. So those are like, you know, I didn't want to throw the parts away.
So that was another disturbing thing. I understand the need of wanting easy access to, you know, the internals if you want to do something like that on a video, but couldn't you keep them inside their enclosures?
I mean, those were systems that were like sold for parts.
Oh, okay.
So like I bought them for like $8 each specifically to just have an open one that I could shoot anytime.
That makes sense.
Bang.
Like I don't think you quite grasped from that video, like that tour, that like I've got like 5 PS2s, 3 GameCubes, 2 Dreamcasts,
And a cartridge and a pair of tricks.
2 Genesis Model 1s, 1 Genesis Model 2, but 2 Mega Drive Model 2s for some reason, and 2 PC Engines, and...
How many consoles do you think you have? Like, just, you know, either parts to or, fully working? Over 200? We won't count portables in this.
Don't count portables?
Right.
I mean, it would be a lot. It would be a lot because someone was asking in the Emblem stream chat last night, like, how many systems we had hooked up. And it was like a lot. It was a lot.
I got that sense.
Yeah.
Like, so then you've got the actual systems that are hooked up, and like, you gotta keep in mind that does include some redundant consoles. But that was like probably approaching 40.
Whoa.
So if you consider like the ones that aren't hooked up, like if you don't count portables, then it's probably not that many more. I don't know. It's probably over 60, I would guess.
Oof.
You.
You know what the first one was? Of the unnecessary extras?
What?
I mean, this was like well before MLeg. It was an Xbox that I found next to the dumpster in the rain.
Oh yeah.
At my old apartment.
It's just like Casablanca. So Try and I have been discussing a little bit. I'm thinking about getting one of the next gen systems, although I don't know that it's a great idea. We'll see.
You felt
You're talking like PS5.
Yeah.
like you felt burned on. You felt burned on the last graphics card you bought.
Yeah, I mean, that was my own stupidity, to be fair. I bought a 1070 or 1080 Ti, and like the next day, or like right after, like maybe 2 days later, the official release of the RTX cards came out, So it turns out I ended up buying it for like the same price as the
Oh,
yeah. The thing that like they like the worst thing you can do, right?
Robin, you okay?
But I mean, so like I play enough that I think I could justify having a something, you know? Like I probably will play through 1 to 2 big name games a year. And I feel like that's enough to
Yeah.
justify the
I
price.
mean,
of one.
especially for like, I mean that'll
I'll stay back and keep
you'll be set for like 5 or 6 years, really. You know.
Yeah, so I mean, well, and that's the thing. Like the PC that I have, so I mean, the graphics card is still, you know, kind of new, but like the motherboard needs upgraded, the processor needs upgraded. I'm gonna need new RAM, and then if I'm thinking like, well, I might actually need a new graphics card at some point, then too, maybe it just makes sense to go with a system, assuming that there's some like good concrete level of backwards compatibility. But it sounds like the best chance of that is with the Xbox, which would probably not be my first choice.
Yeah, I mean, it's,
Between that or a PlayStation.
yeah, I mean, obviously we'll have to wait until closer to release, or maybe when they actually release, to really understand what the situation's going to be. You know, in terms of
True.
you know what the backwards compatibility is going to be, but
I mean, it also makes it difficult, like having such a large for me, but like a large Steam library already, and having that like ensured backwards compatibility. I don't know. I just need to get rid of the PS4 Pro before the PS5 hits, because I finished Final Fantasy VII. That was the reason for it.
I mean, in my opinion, especially these days, you could play most everything you want to on a PC as long as you don't care about having it like day one.
I just think there's probably a fairly sizable cost to it, though, that might even be more than a new system.
It depends on whenever I build a new PC, I always like go for like the best bang for your buck. I don't go like this is the latest and greatest. And then, so it's been a long time since I built a new PC now, but I want to say it was, I don't know, like 800 tops. Probably not that. Probably 600 or so.
Yeah.
And then I've been using it for 8-9 years now. And that's like, I use it every day, a good chunk of the day. It's like well worth the money.
No, see that makes sense to me. I just have, like I have a lot of machines around here. I have like 2 for work, and then I have my own personal laptop, and then I have the desktop hooked up to the TV. I don't know that I would really use it though, as like if I don't know, like I can't use it on the TV. I just like as a PC, I just can never get used to that. So I'd have to go like back and forth between monitors, or maybe run like some CableZillas around, like Try was showing us, like like run them like down the drain and up through, like coming out like the air vents and.
Wait, what's your hang up on hooking it up to your TV?
Well, so I can't, like, when I try to use it, like, I've tried to use it as a PC, not, like, playing anything, like, on my TV, and I can't do that. I have to have, like, a desk, I have to have it, like, at the desk. So it makes it difficult. I mean, I could definitely split the video cables and, probably route them around some stuff, but, yeah, I don't know. The thing that really got annoying, though, too, is even doing fresh Win 10 installs, there must have been some layer of configuration that I was missing, because having like a bare bones install and still putting games like RE2 or RE3 on there, the remakes, and cranking up the graphics, like I could run them, at least RE2, at max graphics pretty close to it anyway, at like 4K resolution. But then I would have these like random drops with nothing going on. Like you would be in the police station and be running at 60 frames a second, 4K, and then all of a sudden it would start like stuttering, like for a few minutes, and then go back. And I keep like trying to do system monitor stuff. It was getting just really, really annoying. I'm like, what is happening? Because, you know, like PC games now, more so than ever, are easily configurable. It's not like they're some mystery, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why can't I open this chest?
I do feel like I obsess more over like frame and settings, like frame rate and settings, though, like on that than I would like a console. Like I'm always kind of like splashing up the FPS and glancing at it, you know, like a lunatic. Like. You just have to talk me off the edge, Jerome. That's all it's gonna take, you know.
Have I ever talked you off the edge?
Be the voice of reason, man. Like,
I mean, for me, like, I've always seen computers as tools. Like, a computer is a tool, and like, it's never like playing games on it. Like, I've gone through phases with PC gaming. Like, at the end of last generation, I went through a phase where I got games like Tomb Raider, BioShock Infinite, like a few of like the higher end late gen games. I got them on PC, and you know, I've gone in and out with it, but like at their core, computers have always been a tool. And like, I like my games to be on a dedicated box that is like not meant to really do anything but that. And I know that it's going to run. Maybe if I had like an amazing computer, even my computer, I could probably run a lot of games, quote unquote, better. But like, there's something about like just knowing that like it is going to just run the way that version of the game is optimized to run, and that like it just is what it is. There's something comforting about that for some reason to me. I appreciate the predictability.
I think that's fair. That also feels like really like 2000 Nintendo. Like I want my box to be just a gaming box, and it needs to have a damn handle on the back of it. So I can carry it around.
That's the way things have really gone nowadays, though, because like for a while it was like there was, you know, Netflix was on Xbox 360 and the Wii and PS3 and everything, and that was like a big deal, and people were starting to use their consoles as multimedia devices. And then Microsoft was like, oh, let's go TV for the Xbox One, and it backfired so hard in their face that like Sony wouldn't like touch that kind of approach like with a 10-foot pole. So they were all games. You get to the Switch, like you can't even get Netflix on the Switch. I think you can get YouTube eventually. You could get YouTube on the Switch. But like everything on consoles now is like much more, I mean, yeah, there are multimedia aspects, but they are not like really front and center at all. Like, because that Microsoft messaging backfired so hard in 2013, like to this day, like consoles are games.
I mean, that's definitely part of it, but I think the other big part of it, the reason why you like still don't get Netflix on the Switch or anything,
because every TV is a smart TV.
Yeah, it's all just built into your TV. No one cares if your console can play Netflix now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely weird. I mean, you know, so in the same way that you see like PCs as a tool, I kind of see like the systems now, like the consoles as PCs, right? I mean, they're using the same architecture. The software that's made for them, even the exclusive ones, are developed on PCs, like the specialized dev kits. I mean, there's some functionality to that, but I mean, they're essentially just, you know, basic PCs anyway. So like, I guess I kind of just see them more as an extension. So like, that's why it almost makes a little more sense to me, like the way that they're trying to do things with the Series X, right? And that like, oh, we're just gonna like, have the platform, and the platform can have however much power, and we don't need any like distinct line between whatever used to be like a generation, right?
Yeah.
And I kind of like that. I don't know.
Like, I think it's a great idea, and like Microsoft are kind of the only ones that can really do it.
Yeah.
I think I can fly across between the cliffs.
Why is
I mean, I
Microsoft
kinda
the
thought
only
that-
ones that can do it?
Because they have Windows and no one else has Windows.
Oh.
But I mean, you figure like other companies have tried that. I mean, like Apple does that with their compatibility, right, between devices. And I'm sure like even with Android more as a specific OS and not necessarily one set of hardware specs behind it too. It's the same way, right? Like you have some level of compatibility between older devices and newer ones for like something intense like a game. I mean, I thought Nintendo, honestly, I thought they would do that with the Switch, right? I thought that they would like actually by now even have another version out that would be better but still have full backwards compatibility.
I think next year they will. I think there's going to be like a 4K Switch next year. Like maybe not like in reality it might be more commonly like 1440p or 1600p or something, but like I think they are going to have a better Switch next year. Or maybe even maybe even one that like can only be TV mode, It's like more powerful.
I mean, I think it just makes sense though to blur the lines. I mean, like, do you really want to start over with install base of 0?
I mean, Nintendo is
10
doing
games, right?
Nintendo is doing so well right now that they would definitely not abandon Switch right now. But I think it's reasonable to think that they will probably very likely in the next year and a half release a more powerful Switch. This the same platform, but is high resolution on your TV.
I mean, I think it would be smart. I don't know that they can pull it off. I hope they can. I mean,
Yeah, I mean when the Switch first came out, there was always like the question like, oh, is Sony going to like copy the Switch form factor?
They can't though. Like if
yeah, now they can, but like then when the Vita wasn't, I guess it was dying but not quite dead. Like it wasn't entirely clear if they had abandoned portables at that point. But yeah, with Sony and Microsoft going like the super high-tech route as they typically do, like Nintendo would be foolish to give up on this form factor they've hit on that is incredibly popular.
Yeah.
That like on the podcast I listen to, it's becoming a tired joke. But like every game that comes out is like, oh, I wish I could get this on the Switch. In the rare case there isn't a Switch version yet.
Like, I mean, they've even done stuff like the new Wolfenstein and Doom games that, like, they run at, like 480p or maybe even lower. Like, in handheld mode, they might be, like, 300 some p. Like, it might be, like, 360 or 380p or some really low number. I don't know what it is exactly. But the point is, like, people are so hungry for that like they make these impossible ports happen one way or the other,
That's pretty wild, isn't it? Like I never thought I would see the day. I mean, I think after the Wii especially, right? Like you had 100 million people buy that thing and it was still very lacking in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
I mean, you had shovelware, but
Yes? Okay.
So, Lynn or Drum, are either of you thinking about getting a next-gen system?
I am still firmly PC Nintendo. Like
Okay.
I play the PS4 on occasion, but if we didn't have it, I wouldn't care.
I typically wind up getting the next gen Sony system when it goes on sale on Black Friday a few years after its release, when there are actually games on it that I care enough about to want the system.
Okay.
So
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, I almost always get a Nintendo console at launch, but Sony consoles I usually wait a couple years.
Yeah, I mean, I think that makes sense too, right? I mean, they have like enough kind of exclusives of their own. Like, I really haven't gotten into any of them, but like, I could see there being like a draw to that, you know?
Yeah. I don't. I mean, you tell me, Lynn, if this has ever happened to you before, but like now that you have a PC that is, you know, several years old now, but it's still better than a PS4. So I hear you be like, oh, maybe I should get this game on the PC so it would look better. Which is not something I expected from you per se.
I mean, that's what happened to me, like, you know, at the end of last gen. But like for me though, like now, like, I mean, the physical copy aspect definitely plays is also a major role in my my console love.
This is Try we're talking about.
Oh.
Yes?
Are you saying, Drum, that by the time I would be around the time I'm buying a PS5, I would have a PC that would compare? Or are you saying my PC now compares to a PS5?
Well, it's interesting to me because I never expected it from you, because you always seem to like to be firmly in the Try camp. If I just want a console I can turn on, I don't have to mess with anything.
Yeah,
and play my game.
Yeah,
But-
that's been me for a long time, but I think you've had some influence on me in that department because I've become more open to getting a game that is on PC if it's going to look noticeably better.
But see, you all
Or
also
play noticeably better.
you all also have the advantage of, like, you know, like, if one of you gets the console, then like you can play it anyway, you know?
Yeah.
Just like Drum's playing Final Fantasy VII right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of moot because it's for to both of our consoles, but yeah. I guess I'm probably the one that pays for the Sony consoles exclusively.
You're the one that drives the purchase, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just wondering, like, seeing Lynn kind of dip her toe into the PC side of things more and more. Like, is there going to be a point where, like, oh, well, Drum has this huge Steam library of games. If I wanted to play something, everything's coming to PC, and games are so much cheaper on PC generally. Like,
Not always.
See,
But-
that's something that, I mean, that there might be I'm sure there is truth to that in some regards, but at the same time, like, I feel like, especially, well, I mean, okay, Steam does crazy sales, and I know that like Sony does like their flash sales and things like that too, but I feel like that is much less reliable than the physical price going down. Like, you can get physical games very cheap a lot of the time. Like, eventually. Like, sometimes it doesn't even take that long.
I think physical games drop in price faster, but they don't go as low.
Yeah, that's probably right.
It's hard to say. Of course, Nintendo is a whole different beast. Like, their games, like, is like, you know, you'll get like an advertisement from, you know, Best Buy or something that's like, ooh, we got a sale going on, you know, up to 70% off on video games. And you click on the Nintendo games and they're like, ooh, $50.
Yeah.
Like, how much do you think 1-2 Switch is right now?
Oh, God. $40.
Probably
Yeah.
30.
I'd say 40.
I was gonna say like 50.
Well, how much is it?
Yeah.
Well, let me look.
Oh, I thought you had the answer.
Yeah, I thought you had the answer too.
No, I don't keep the price of 1-2 Switch on hand at all.
That's not on your stock ticker alert or anything.
1-2 Switch on Amazon, $60.
What the frick?
What?
Oh my god.
All right, it's got.
What-
I'm gonna.
how much is it?
Google
How much is it
shopping.
used on GameStop or eBay though?
50
I mean, if
bucks
you're
used.
used, of course it's gonna be cheaper.
Yeah, but how?
50 bucks
But like,
used.
but like GameStop cheap is usually not particularly cheap. Like what?
50 bucks on GameStop,
Yeah.
pre-owned. Also
mean,
digital.
Nintendo games never drop in price.
For some
you
reason,
know?
I thought I had seen though. I thought I had seen 1-2 Switch recently for not that much.
Maybe it was a sale.
Maybe
Not like
I
a
don't know.
Price drop.
Corey just grabbed a bunch of stuff for both of us at Meyer, if you're familiar with Meyer.
I am.
Yeah, vaguely.
Oh yeah, that's right. Those are in Indiana. Yeah, like kind of a Walmart of the Midwest.
Oh, really?
I would put it. It's kind of more targety, maybe, but it's the same ballpark.
A modern Ames, if you will. Did you have Ames?
Oh
Did
wow,
you have-
that's sounding vaguely familiar.
No.
I think that was more East Coast or like Mid-Atlantic.
Now Kroger is only groceries. Well, Meyer has like electronics.
Well, Kroger is a lot bigger than they used to be, though. Like when I grew up in Ohio, Kroger was just a grocery store. Sometimes they had like a movie rental section in it, but
I miss having like VHS sections at a grocery store.
Wait, that was a thing?
Yeah.
I don't remember that at all.
There was a grocery store that like rented video games and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Oh yeah.
What?
I remember that.
But anyway, Meyer, like Corey was getting the impression that maybe they were getting rid of everything or like greatly streamlining like how many video games they carry, because like he was there last week and like almost everything was on clearance and clearance items were half off clearance price.
Whoa.
Oh.
So he grabbed us a few things.
I'll be back in 1 minute. Then I have another question for you, Try.
Okay.
But as to your question, Drum, I guess I don't know, like, I guess the appeal of the PlayStation systems is they usually have a decent selection of exclusives that aren't even on PC. Like,
Although the weird thing is Sony is like starting to become open to eventually publishing some of their games on PC, like Horizon.
yeah, like that's the thing. I was gonna name Horizon. Like, it took what, like 4 or 5 years for that to come to PC. And granted, backlog it being backlog, I hadn't gotten around to playing it yet, but I don't know. It just depends on where games are at that point, where the backlog is at that point. In a few years, when Black Friday is coming.
Like for me, it is so easy to be just like, I don't know. I was gonna say like 2 or 3 years behind, like what games you're playing, but I'm probably like
Way more than that.
7 or 8 or a decade.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, even I'm pretty far behind on like, especially like AAA stuff right now.
Yeah.
Like I have interest, but I'm so behind.
Yeah.
Like by the time, like I'm still waiting to get to the first Tomb Raider reboot. But I picked it up for $5 like 5 years ago, so who cares if I haven't got to it yet? It's not like it goes for way cheaper now.
What? How did I get the menu zoomed in? I accidentally used my awakening when I didn't mean to, because I'm trying to push buttons to figure out why the map is zoomed in.
Oh.
But like, as long as you don't care about being like part of the conversation of the newest hot title that just came out, then it's great to be like at least 5 years behind. 'Cause everything is way more affordable.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is fun though, like, you know, like when Breath of the Wild came out, like it was, you know, it was fun to talk to you all about like, oh, what you discovered and stuff. And like,
Yeah.
likewise with like Final Fantasy VII Remake, like Corey and I hadn't like been like roughly playing at the same pace at the same time, a new release game in so long. And it was just really fun to talk about it as we went along, you know?
Yeah.
But you know what? I don't need that every day in my life no more, but it's fun to have sometimes.
Yeah.
And that's why like my like PC Nintendo system setup goes so great for me, because like I can play most everything on the PC except for Nintendo. And Nintendo or like the franchises I have a big soft spot for. So, you know, once every generation, I don't mind dropping $60 day one on a new Zelda game or whatever. And even now with Lynn, I don't even have to do that because we split it. I'm only dropping $30.
You're welcome.
Seriously, does someone know how to get my map unzoomed? Because I can't stand it.
Oh,
So
not here.
Is it
I had a
D-pad?
question for.
Oh, wait, what?
So I had a-
ZR? ZR?
I don't think so.
Meanwhile, evil.
So I had a question for Tri, but then I got distracted, and I wanted to ask you all about it because I have to believe that with COVID and all the like, you know, staying at home and everything, that one or several of you had to get into it as well. But have any of you gotten a bidet?
Oh, I already had one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got. Were you aware that had this conversation not come up with you before, Xavier?
Must not.
I guess not.
You mean we haven't talked about bidets with Xavier? Good.
Right.
Well, I mean, Xavier and I have been in contact a lot recently because of the PS4 Pro purchase and Final Fantasy VII and Animal Crossing.
That's true.
For some reason, I thought that while we were talking about all these important life things, we might have talked about the bidet. But no, I got.
I'm gonna search some of our little chats here and see.
I got into it.
I just got a Tushy a few weeks ago, and good lord, I love it.
Wait, what?
That's the brand Tushy.
I mean, I've had a Tushy for my whole life.
I have too.
No, the brand of attachment is it's called Tushy, and it's great. It really cleans it. Cleans everything.
Well, we're circling back around to try to talk about poop at the beginning of the stream.
Well,
I will say
have
this
looked
will
in.
just amuse you.
Shut her down.
I just have to say that because this will greatly amuse you. But I'm hooking the thing up, right? So like, you know, taking all the little like plumbing apart and hooking all the stuff up, and then okay, it's ready to go. I'm ready to try it, and I think, okay, I'm gonna like try the self-cleaning first to make sure that the water works, right, before I like put everything aside. So I turn it, but I turn it the wrong way, and so instead I'm staring at it, and it just drops down and shoots me right in the face.
So, I got it about a year ago. Like when I was in Japan, like I did not want to use one. Like I was not going to use it. And
Oh, just think of like all the high-tech bidet days you missed out on there.
well, so I didn't want to use it, but then, you know, I was just the told people wasn't cutting it, you know. About a day before the end of the trip, you know, and I finally relented, and I I did not really like it at first, but I realized that, boy, I sure was clean. And eventually it was like, wouldn't you like to be that clean again? And the answer was yes. And now that I have one, like, I got one for my parents' house even, so I could use it there. And
Like, Mom, Dad, I refuse to go back to the Stone Age.
and like now not having it is like my least favorite part of travel.
Yeah.
It's like the worst part of travel is not having it.
I feel that way too.
Try, you can buy a portable bidet.
I've seen these too.
Like, it doesn't compare to the real thing, but
It's basically a squirt bottle that you just aim at your butt. Like that squirt bottle will please be $40. So for any of yours, did you get just the cold water or the hot water as well?
So I just got like the basic ass $25 one.
Basic ass.
See, I couldn't find
Basic
one.
ass or
wording
basic
there.
ass?
Yeah, I didn't spring for the tushy. I just wanted the basic.
Well, I mean, mine. I mean, it's all like, it's based on plumbing. I mean, there's no electronic component to it.
Right.
Yeah. Like, honestly, I don't think, like, I've not tried it, but the idea of warm water doesn't really appeal to me.
Now I must do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the stuff that comes out is warm. Gotta cleanse it.
Oh my god, try.
Come on, man.
I feel like all of us dance well behind the line, and you just charge over it.
Agreed.
So wait, Xavier, is yours electric or not?
No. It's it's not electric, but it has hookups for both hot and cold. And I went to hook it up for the hot water, but in my apartment here, the shutoff valve under the sink for the hot water doesn't actually shut it all the way off, no matter how hard I tighten it.
Ugh.
So I didn't want to try it even harder and end up breaking it and flooding my apartment. So I just went with the cold. But it made me think though too. After I hooked it up, even if I had the hot water hooked up, you'd still have to put it in self-clean mode until enough hot water made its way through a little cord, which would probably take forever. I'd probably have to run self-clean for the better part of a minute before it would actually have any warm water coming through. So I figured, what's the point? Cold water's fine. Wakes you up, It's a little surprise.
But Corey was actually asking me about it a few weeks ago because he was he did some toilet repair at his house that he was really, really proud that he I guess maybe there might have even been a little modding to this toilet. I don't know.
Modding.
It was really it was getting kind of into it. He was he was really proud of his.
His toilet is no longer street legal.
But he
I thought you said streak.
So anyway, he was asking about, and he's like, but I don't have anywhere to plug it in near the toilet. I'm like, you don't have to plug it in.
Or does he?
Only for the power wash mode,
I mean, there are definitely bidets you can buy that you have to plug in.
Yeah, I mean, the hotel ones, you push a button, an electronic button. The ones we have are just dials. So, I mean, it's all it's plumbing. But
Yeah.
in Japan, obviously, if there's a button, there's some sort of electronic component to it.
I gotta say, I love it though. I went camping about little under a week ago or so, and they actually had like really nice bathrooms at this campsite. I was shocked because it was on this island in the middle of nowhere, but they had bathrooms with running water. Go figure. But anyway, for as nice as that was, when I got home, I'm like, oh, finally.
Yeah.
Like, get back to my bidet.
I know what you mean. It is.
Yeah, I mean, it feels. Yeah, it feels like gross.
It's
you know
the worst thing about not being home. It really is.
Yeah. Anyway, that wasn't what I wanted to ask you.
Do you have regrets about asking now?
When I stepped away, I went and took a leak, and I just like admired the bidet because it's still new. I'm like, I'm glad I had this thing. Like, just anyway. What I wanted to ask was getting back to, you were saying that, you know, you really like having physical games and all that. Do you feel ripped off that now when you buy one, there's like nothing in there? It was actually a surprise to me. Like, you open the case and there's no instructions.
I like manuals. I mean, usually like the smaller publishers usually include manuals and stuff because they're kind of targeting collectors and stuff anyway, like people that like to have like the extra materials. But
Yes?
but I mean, no, not really. I mean, it's nice when there's manuals, sure, but you know,
'cause I feel like you don't really get anything then. Like, then you're just paying for the privilege of having to like stand up and physically, you know, put something into the system. Like, I bought AC digitally, and I'm like, oh, this is amazing. Like, why don't I do this? Because
I like putting the item on my shelf. Like, that is a big part of the value to me. It doesn't matter that much that there's a manual inside. I like having, you know, it to put on my shelf to commemorate it as part of my collection. And
Yeah, I agree. But you said there does need to be a physical game in there because you said you would have been missed if you bought Dragon Quest X and Switch version and found that it was just a code.
Correct. I do like there to be a physical game inside. For sure.
But isn't it kind of like a moot point, especially when you have to like, I mean, except for the Switch, but like you have to go and install the game anyway and get an update. And, like, it's kind of like, it's not like you can really just play it. I mean, I guess maybe
but the thing is, like, I trust my ability to, even though, like, yeah, sure, most games have patches. I think it's overblown how unplayable games launch. I mean,
on the game.
Last generation, I think it was a bigger problem than it has been this generation. But like, I trust my ability to do that years later more than I trust like Sony or Microsoft to give me, especially Sony. I feel I could see them dropping like, you know, an old system. I mean, you know, the Wii Shop is already closed, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just. I feel like, you know, I feel like buying physical these days is kind of just, there's more of a drawback than
plus, you know, like,
buying digital. I mean, the resale value is good, but I feel like I'm probably the one who would be reselling.
But like,
out of this group.
Like, imagine like some far-flung future where your PS5, which uses an SSD, you know, those. You know, the memory blocks on it wear out. You know, maybe, you know, you can replace them with new ones sometime in the future. But I trust the Blu-ray disc itself to retain its data for longer than I do, like, you know, the SSD.
I guess, but I mean, I feel like that makes like, I feel like this is like some dystopian future where like the internet ceases to exist, but electricity still is around. You know,
who knows? I mean, the reality of the situation is there.
Yes, Father.
there are
Should I call you something else?
No, it's just strange to my ear.
there are sound arguments on both like the PC and digital only and physical copy sides of preservation, and the reality is that both have their pluses and minuses. It's hard to say which will be more important in the long run, and it's just like whichever clicks with you the most is the one you should choose. And I like physical copies, and Drum sure likes digital.
Well, in the very long term, there is only one option because, like, and sometimes not even the very long term, because like aren't Saturn game discs like rotting now and are getting pretty unreliable?
Oh, even DC, like even that thing had like terrible disc problems.
I had to search high and low. Disc rot comes up in this part 2. I had to search high and low to find a disc with disc rot. And I finally found it on a PC Engine loose disc copy of Shin Megami Tensei that just came with my PC Engine. It just came with it. And it has disc rot. And it was the only thing I could find. I couldn't find it on any. Sega CD is apparently one of the bad ones. I don't have very many Sega CD games, but couldn't find it. But the thing is, like, you shouldn't assume that because Sega CD games are rotting that like everything is on a sliding scale that is like, oh, well, let's, how many years is it going to be until PS2 games start going? Like, comes up in the documentary, like, obviously we don't know 100% for sure how long this stuff will last because not enough time has passed, but the technology is better than it was. Like even among CDs, like it just happens that like whatever processes they were using to make like Sega CD games and maybe some Saturn games and maybe some of the PC Engine CD games, you're starting to see it in a few, but like it's not like a plague yet. But like Blu-ray, like as far as I understand, the prognosis on Blu-ray is like extremely good. And they are like hard to scratch too.
But even with all of that in mind, I mean, if you look at like the past 40 years, and I know it goes even further than that, but like, like the past 40 or 50 years of the actual like hobby, it's really moved from something that's been, kind of, bit of a niche sort of thing into the mainstream. And I feel like even with that, and even with so much time already, like, are there any well-known cases of any sort of game having like just disappeared? Nobody can find another copy of it? Because I feel like preservation has been absolutely fine from here, like from way back when all the way up to the present.
Well,
so it's like hard to imagine a future where suddenly like, these games wouldn't have some backup in some form and be playable in some means.
Well, there are definitely like prototypes and like things that were almost released and things like that have only been dumped more recently, and some things that are completely lost. Things like, think about like the Super Nintendo Satellaview. There's a number of games, like quite a few, like that, like there has not been a Satellaview system found that still has a game in its RAM that is known to exist. And, another thing too is, this is going to come up in part 3 of the documentary series, but like,
oh Lord, there's a part 3.
There's
kept
5
thinking
parts.
When you were stopping and talking about different parts, I thought you meant to this conversation. I thought it was just like I thought it was like the YouTuber in you that was going to be like, and now for a message from Squarespace. Like,
I believe the bidet part was the dark act too.
That's true.
So the oh my gosh, I didn't realize it's like well after 11 now.
Time flies when you're having fun with the old whoever.
The old whoever.
Who am I?
It's like, who am I again? I was gonna say the everyman.
But like our friend Artemio, who's like a big preservation guy, you know, he says that like one of the biggest barriers in preservation is that the public thinks the work is already done, and there is like actually a lot of stuff that like, sure, there's things that are dumped, but they also need to be re-verified, and that hasn't been done for a lot of things yet. You know, everyone was dumping, you know, this and that. Like, you don't know yet 100% for sure, like, is this dumped correctly? Does it match up? You know, really intense preservation projects, you know, are all into like, you know, redumping stuff, doing it from scratch, making sure it's bit for bit exact, comparing it to the dumps that are already out there. And, you know, and on top of that, you know, like I said before, like most of the emulation work that has been done to date is based on reverse engineering the result that comes out of the chip, rather than like actually decapping it and like remapping it gate for gate. And that,
so the
people
seems like
are
you're making an argument for two things. It makes a good argument in terms of validating the dump. It makes a good argument for digital downloads, and in terms of emulation, getting things to be cycle accurate, it seems to make a good argument for PC.
Well, it's the point is though that it's all like symbiotic. Like, you know, the main message with the documentary series is that like all facets of this are important. Like, there are people who are hardcore, you know, only original hardware. You know, people who are hardcore, you know, only emulation, you know, people who go to the extent where they won't even play without a CRT, you know, like, but the thing is, like, people are so fixated on what they enjoy, and they feel like they have to tell everyone else, like, you have to have this, you have to play it in the same way I play it because I play it in the best way. It's like, no, like, everyone should play it in the way that makes sense to them. And their method is important. There's important work done in all of these areas. Like I don't intend to badmouth any of it. It's all important. And, you know, sure, it's very possible one day I will have to resort to emulation for, you know, playing a lot of these games, but there's nothing wrong with enjoying the original hardware as long as you can. And on the preservation and side, where the people who are actually doing the reverse engineering work, like, they still need access to that hardware. So.
It's still bullshit they don't put manuals in.
Well, most games kind of teach you how to play within the game anyway.
Although I appreciate a game that doesn't really rely on tutorials in the traditional way. Just like the old days, you know, they taught you the game intuitively.
Nice shooting. Real nice shooting.
Well, should we wrap this up, or?
I guess we should. I'm sure hoping the game is saving.
That would be good.
It has to have, after all this time.
I mean, I haven't... Oh, I think there was a quick blink in the lower right corner, but it might have also been loading.
And I remember the days when y'all would stream until midnight, twice a week.
We're old now.
And Try wanted to do like more. He's like, well, maybe I could do some times in between.
I mean, he was right. The people that have the huge audiences who are making the big bucks are the people that just stream every waking moment of their life.
Yeah.
I don't.
No thanks.
Right all along.
I mean, I don't think I had any expectations of us getting to a point where we were making any decent money on streams.
Fire Emblem Warriors.
Oh, but you got all that YouTube money coming in, man.
It's something.
Squarespace branded cars, Squarespace branded like clothes. Like, I've only seen Squarespace a lot on the few YouTube videos I watch.
I don't even really know what it is.
Well,
all right. Well, I guess that'll do it, everyone.
You should shut off the game and see if it's saved.
I went to the title screen, so it's clearly saved.
Okay.
That's why I went to the title screen. All right. Good night, Backloggery.
Good night.
And good night, whoever you are.
good night.